Welcome back to another episode of Stay on Target. I'm your host, Dustin. Thanks for tuning in tonight with us. We got a great show. It's going to be fun. It's going to be hot. It's going to be funny, hopefully. So let's dive in, baby. Star Wars has big hopes for 2026. So let's cut open the Tauntaun and dive into the rundown. We got question of the week, HoloNet news, including Ubisoft CEO throws Disney Star Wars straight under the bus. Kenneth Coley becomes one with the Force. We got some new Lego sets dropping in August, and Hayden Christensen cancels Comic-Con appearance for Ahsoka Season 2. Plus, we're just going to talk about Star Wars 2026. And is it our only hope? Anyway, we got a lot to cover, so let's fly casual and meet the crew for the night. First up, we got Dan the pilot. What's up, Dan?
Hello. Not much is up, except this white hat.
Nailed it.
Hey. I'm not a lobster this week. I broke out of lobster jail prison.
Yeah.
Thing. So
You,
I've got limbs again, not just
inches?
the claw, whatever's.
That we've released the Kraken.
Yes, exactly. But I am a little lobster. I've got good tan lines. It's pretty epic. But that's summer for you.
That's yeah, and white hats.
Raise your hand if you got sunburned this summer.
We're all raising hands.
Let's go. We're in good company
We're
here.
in good company. We're all roasted lobsters.
Yep.
Speaking of roasted lobsters, we got the one, the only, the fact checker. What's up, fact checker?
I didn't know it was a roasted lobster, too.
Well, they don't know. They can't see you.
That's true. I might be super red.
You could be.
No, I'm just tan.
You could be literally on fire and nobody would know.
That's true.
Except for the screaming would probably tell.
That would give it away.
Yeah.
Thank goodness that's not the case.
Yes. How are you doing, fact checker?
Doing great.
Good. Glad to hear it. You ready for
Thanks.
tonight?
I hope so. You never know.
You never know.
I'm nervous.
Oh my goodness. Speaking of being nervous, last but definitely not least, you never know what he's going to say. He's always a good time. He knows how to shred on guitar. He's got the hottest it takes. It is Hunter Davis. What is up, Hunter? How's it going, man?
Oh, what's going on tonight, guys? Just chilling and vibing, per usual.
Oh, yeah. Man, all those guitars and that shredding intro, it did make me think right off the bat. The legend himself has passed on. How do you take the news, man? It's a rough one for the rock and roll community.
Yeah, we gotta say rest in peace to Oz, the Prince of Darkness. He's one of the goats. He's huge influence of heavy metal everywhere. Basically
Right.
spawned everything. So, I was blessed enough to see him live twice. Once with Sabbath, once with just Oziana's No More Tours #2. I'm actually wearing the shirt. So yeah,
Nice.
he's an icon. I think when I seen him with just doing his solo act, Zach Wild was with him, and Zach Wild came into the audience and ripped a solo like 5 feet away from me. I
Oh
have
my
photos of him.
goodness.
He was like shredding. Yeah, he came out and he was shredding. It's also the same night somebody got on stage and he smacked him in the head with a microphone. It was iconic. It was
purpose?
awesome. Oh yeah, this guy got on stage and he
Oh,
charged him.
gosh.
He just went wham right on the head with all you heard during the middle. You just heard. I mean, Dan knows what a popping mic sounds like.
Yeah.
That just echoed through the
Lovely.
whole stadium. Everybody went crazy. It was awesome.
Dude, that makes
Yeah,
it so
yeah.
much better.
Wow.
It sounds
His
like
show was great.
he was a true Sith Lord in the
He
rock
was,
community.
yeah.
To tie it back
He's
to
the
Star
Prince
Wars.
He's the Prince of Darkness for sure. But yeah, they had some cool choreography, or I don't know if it's choreography or not. It's just stage effects, I guess. They had some cool stage effects and shot out some cannons and stuff. And I don't know, he was a trip. I mean, even at the time, he was still moving good. So it is a shame to see him go. I've been listening to him nonstop for probably the past few days, and So, but yeah, a lot of Diary of a Madman has been playing. So
Yeah,
rest in peace to the Oz.
Definitely, man. Rest in peace, man. What's your favorite song by his? Real fast.
Diary of a Madman for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just classic. It's got a classical intro into it, and I always love the lyrical. It's basically just a song about a guy losing his mind.
Right.
So, I mean, it's like I don't know what more you want than that. The great
We can
Randy
all
Rhoads, the
relate.
shredding.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can all relate.
Exactly. The solo on it is so wild because like it's like this weird Phrygian like pattern scale thing that just it sounds out of place. It's not something
Yeah.
you would normally play, but for that song it fits because that's the whole purpose of the song. Sometimes it's about telling a story.
That's great.
Which Ozzy can do, unlike Disney. So yeah, there you go. There's your segue.
There's the segue right back into it.
Smooth.
That was smooth. Although I will say, chat, let us know what your favorite Ozzy Osbourne song is. I'd like to hear from you guys.
That's right.
And did
Yeah.
anybody catch that Phrygian reference? We got some music theory in the house, people. Let's go.
Don't
Yeah.
don't expect any more because my theory stops there.
Yeah, anybody Mixolydian? Anybody?
No,
we'll
I didn't
be
even
here
know
all
Phrygian,
night.
No.
So
I hit the
I'm
drums.
impressed.
We're there. I love it. It's
I'm
different.
caveman. I bang thing.
Yes,
That's right.
exactly. That's all I do.
The drummer mentality.
I
Yeah.
can
Oh,
appreciate the
man.
fanciness you guys do, but at the end of the day, I just hit stuff.
That's it.
I don't
like
know, man.
Ozzy.
Those rudiments can be kind of intriguing to figure out too. So there's
math.
definitely
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
more sonic sophistication than it gets led on. But the best drummers don't typically follow that rule. They usually just go all over the place. So
Yeah, man. You got to know how to live in the pocket as a drummer, but also live outside the pocket and have some fun in there. It's a good combo. You can't
Dude.
overdo it.
Do
right.
drummers
It's
wear
balanced.
shorts with pockets? That's the question.
Some do.
I'm sure some do.
I'm just saying.
I
you
have
know?
in the past worn pockets.
Nice.
Not very much though.
Not
Weird.
very
Huh.
much, huh?
Interesting.
Huh. But you kind of want to get in that flow state when you're playing drums. You're
Yeah.
not thinking. You're
Yeah.
just
You're just
you're
going.
just in.
You're just
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
You're just
Once-
going.
At a certain point in the beginning when you're learning though, you are overthinking probably everything just to
Yeah.
make sure you sound good. But once you kind of get comfortable, yeah, you're just kind of living in it.
You're a
Just
mental-
like we're living in a tauntaun tonight. Speaking of tauntauns, how are the gonkers out there, fact checker? That was a rough transition.
That wasn't as smooth.
That was
sorry.
not smooth, but it is stay on target.
It's a crazy train, isn't it?
Going
Yes.
off the rails of a crazy train.
Is that one of his songs?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
I
that's one of my
assumed.
that's one of my favorites. Honestly,
It's
one of my
gotta be.
favorites.
I know
Yeah.
that one. Matt, that's the one Matt said was one of his favorites.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's
it's
it
pretty
is
cool.
There it is.
fantastic.
And yeah, so obviously Matt's in the house.
Matt's in the house. What's up, Matt?
He said, I don't smell bad.
I don't smell
I
bad.
don't know. I missed something. Oh,
Well, that's
okay.
good. Nice to know
Oh.
you're using deodorant.
Yeah.
But yeah, we also have.
I imagine Matt would smell good.
yeah.
He's just got that kind of
I'm sure he does.
personality, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
who else is with
Like
us?
Versace.
Style. Yeah, Sonia is also here.
What's
She
up,
was,
Sonia?
Yeah, sad to hear of the news as well. And Tamerkin said she is ready for some hot takes. Good
Oh,
to
yeah.
have you. And Yaki is back. He said it's been a while.
Yeah, what's up, Iñaki from the
Yeah.
future? Welcome
Let's
back.
go.
For sure. We've got Skylark hanging
Very
out, saying
nice,
it's always
yeah.
sad to see an icon pass away.
Oh yeah,
Very
for
true.
sure.
For sure.
And then Angelina is here. Oh,
What's
okay.
up,
And she also
Angelina?
said the crazy
Crazy train. Yeah, I
Yep.
saw that.
Yeah.
Sharon.
Yeah.
Sharon.
And Bismo said, "What a lineup tonight! I'm playing Battlefront right now.
Oh, nice.
Going back to the poll, which
Nice.
is another topic.
Oh, yeah, which we
hanging
can-
out there.
We can get into right. Did we miss anybody, fact checker? I don't want to miss anybody.
Let's see, Angelina.
Let us know if you're lurking out there. We
yeah.
love the lurkers as well.
Yep, for sure.
We love to hear from every single one of you, and we can't wait to talk to you guys about Star Wars 2026 and everything that we got on the lineup tonight. So if we missed you, just let us know. Send us a shout out in the chat. All right, let's jump into question of the week.
Can you speak Bocce?
Of course I can, sir. It's like a second language to me. I'm a
All right,
spirit
shut up. I'll take this.
Shut up, sir.
Luke!
Speaking of video games, the question of the week is, if you could only play one Star Wars game every day for 12 hours a day for a year to get $10 million, what game would it be? Man, that was a mouthful and kind of confusing. So basically, if you only play one Star Wars game for a year, but at the end of the year, You get $10 million, but you have to play it every day for 12 hours. What game is that going to be? You got to think about it. There's monetary value at the end of this. So there's a purpose and a drive, but there's also maybe a point where you might go insane playing the same game for 12 hours. Hunter Davis, now that I've given you 30 seconds to think about this, what's your take?
Star Wars Battlefront 2, 2005 edition. It's simple. I could lock in for 10 mil. It wouldn't be that hard.
Right?
Yep. It's the iconic. It's like I guess Lego Star Wars was probably the first one I ever played, but I don't know. There's so many different game modes with it, and you could keep yourself pretty busy for about a week, and then after that,
well, hey,
it would be downhill.
With that one though, dude, you could do maybe some competitive gameplay online if there's still any of that going on out there. I think there is, but then you could get really good and become like the number one player in the world at some point. You know what I mean? So there's some incentives there.
I could add that to my long list of achievements. Number one Battlefront player in the world.
Dude, that's a pretty good achievement, honestly. Now I'm thinking about doing it. No, I don't.
Yeah, right above professional hot dog maker. That'll go right with
it. Dude, that's a tough call. Which one's more impressive? Top hot dog maker. That is impressive.
Can't beat a good hot dog.
You can't. No. Meat. We got the meat sweats.
Speaking of hot takes, real quick, if you put ketchup on your hot dog and you're over the age of 13, you should be thrown in jail. Just saying.
That's how strongly you feel. This is the hill you will die on.
It is the hill I will die on. Ketchup belongs on cheeseburgers and French fries. That's really about it. So,
what do you do? Relish? Is relish okay?
For sure. Dill relish, not sweet relish.
Yes.
It's got to be dill.
Yeah, still relish. All right, here's another one though. Here's another one though. What about grilled cheese on top of a cheese brat with barbecue sauce on it? Have you ever had that?
I can't say.
Not grilled cheese. I'm sorry. Mac and cheese. I'm so sorry. I said that wrong. Mac and cheese on top of the cheese brat dog with barbecue sauce. Super good. It's weird.
I like the first idea better.
Yeah,
I might have to try that.
It's pretty good, man. I don't know. Has anyone else tried that?
Nope.
That sounds like some caveman thing you just made up.
Well, I am a drummer, so
I don't think I've ever tried it.
It fits.
Yeah.
You're saying mac and cheese on a hot dog?
Yeah. So it's a cheese brat. So there's cheese inside the brat.
Yeah, and then mac and cheese on top of the cheese brat.
Yeah, and then you put barbecue sauce on top of it.
That just ruins it.
I mean,
you can do it without.
It's a lot of flavors.
It's really
a lot
good.
Of flavors, but I imagine the flavor would be off the charts.
It's really good, man. I thought it was going to be weird, but it was weird, but it tasted good.
It was still weird, but so you're saying one game for 12 hours a day for 1 year equals $10 million?
Yes. What game would that be? Hunter had the perfect answer. Now,
was it?
Star Wars Battlefront 2, 2005 edition, which is the correct answer.
Wow.
There you go.
Okay.
I mean, 12 hours. You're grinding. Like we were talking about. Like you're going to be really good at this game. If you put 12 hours a day into anything, first of all, you will go through all the phases of burnout in 1 year. Yeah. And you might even go insane because you will be sleeping, and that's all you will be thinking about in your dreams because you did it so much that day. You know what I'm saying? So you'll have PTSD after that year, but you will get $10 million to pay for your therapy.
Yeah, at the end of it.
True. You know, maybe you don't have to work the rest of your life. Maybe you're a vegetable because you're 400,000 pounds because you've been eating mac and cheese, dog.
Mac and cheese.
You don't even have time to exercise. You know, you got to focus.
Yeah, focus up.
I don't know, but we got some items coming in.
Yeah. What's your answer though to the game question, Dan?
I don't know. Star Wars game. Yeah, something that you could play online that I could grow with. So I'd probably have to dive into Bismo. Did Bismo say it? He said maybe Star Wars: The Old Republic online.
Ooh, yes.
Something online that I could, that's ever changing, or online gameplay. So
smart.
That's kind of where I'm at.
Talk to other people through that.
Yeah, you could at least exist with other friends online,
That's true. That's a good point. It might be enough creativity there and enough to do in a game for a year for that.
But what I really would want is like the Skyrim, but Star Wars.
Yeah.
But it's also online. Yeah. So it's like endless, of course, open world, better than what they gave us with Outlaws. You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of Star Wars Online, Old Republic. It's pretty close.
Yeah, that's something as close as we get. But where you can build, customize, create a shop, a home, be whatever character you want. So you could create different things, level them up. I don't know. That's where I'm at.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's a great one. What about you, fact checker? You
I
got
don't know
one?
if I should answer this one.
It's fine. I just throw something out there. I know this isn't your forte or what you love.
One game, Star Wars. No, maybe 2 Star Wars games, and I've watched a few. But so the only one I've played really lately, and that was last year, was the Battlefront 2, the old one.
2005. That's the one that Hunter was talking about.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yep.
That one.
That's the one.
That's all I know.
That is the correct answer, although I'm not sure we are allowing you to say the same answer as Hunter.
I know. That's why I felt like I shouldn't answer.
No, it's fine.
I'm not an expert in this.
Well,
but I'm happy to read off the chat after you answer.
Okay.
They have lots of great answers.
I'm sure they have way better ones than me. I do like, one game I thought of but this is kind of a caveat, so it's a bit of a cop-out in some ways. But kind of to the point that you were saying, Dan, with the MMO game, Massive Multiplayer Online.
Yeah.
There was a game that was called Star Wars Galaxies back in the day where like you actually had to work hard like for a long time to become a Jedi and it was all player based though. So that's why it ended up kind of going by the wayside was because it was all player based and the technology just kind of phased out there and people moved on to other things. So then there weren't as many servers up and that kind of stuff. But if you had a version of that game that was updated to like modern times and you still had to like grind and work hard and but the cool thing about it was you could be like any occupation in the game. Like that was the cool thing about it. So it was really community based in a lot of ways. I think that one would be really fun. And it sounded like it was really difficult to get. I never actually played it, but it sounded like it'd be really difficult to become like a Jedi. And I think that would give you a lot of time to do a lot of different things. I mean, you could choose multiple different paths and become an expert at all of them, if they made it a little bit more with some more story and NPC stuff in there, but still community based. If it was modern times, I think that would be a blast. So that's my pick. But what are the Gonkers saying out there, fact checker?
Yeah, let's scroll up. Sorry.
I forgive you.
Tamerkins did say, I'll take a hot dog with ketchup or a Chicago dog.
Nice.
Oh, no.
Back to the food. This is intertwined now. These things are forever linked.
Yep.
Hot dogs,
So
video games for 10
Incorrect
mils.
answer, but all right.
Okay, yeah. Nyaki said Star Wars Battlefront 2, the 2005 original.
Okay, yeah.
Nice. So he's got the correct answer as well.
Yep, the correct answer.
And Tamerkin said, I would play any Star Wars game for that amount of money.
Yeah, seriously.
Exactly.
10
10 mil is a lot of. That's
10
a lot
mil
of
is
cheddar.
a lot. I would play. Yeah,
Let them pick.
I would definitely do that for $10 million.
That's you know how many hours that is?
What? Okay, maybe
Yeah,
we
do
should
the math, Dan.
All right,
I already
flip it.
did.
Oh.
Flip it. We're gonna flip it real fast here.
Wait, we have.
Oh yeah, finish. I'm finished. Okay, finish.
Sorry,
I'm so
sorry.
sorry. Yeah, yeah. Finish.
What's the
and then we'll
math
flip it.
though?
4,380 hours.
Okay.
That's 7 days a week.
Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of
That's
time,
a
man.
lot.
I mean, that's the 10. Remember the 10,000 hour rule? So you may not be like the most
The
super
pro,
expert,
but you're close.
but because it's so consistent, it's going to exponentially multiply.
Yeah.
By the end, you are going to just look left and like destroy the world. I mean, it's crazy.
It reminds me of the scene from Count of Monte Cristo when he goes and he's like, I have 4,321 bricks in my cell.
Yeah.
And then the old guy's like, yeah, but have you named them yet? I feel like that's the
Next
kind
level.
of like where you'd be at the end of a year playing the same game.
Yeah.
Like you'd know like
Yeah.
every bug in the game
You
and
know
all this stuff.
every
Yeah, you're
map,
talking to the
every,
plants
every square
in
the
inch
game.
of every
Yeah, we're
map.
talking to the look what I created today, guys.
I know.
Yeah,
Stiffed over
yeah.
Fred today. Yeah.
Oops. Oh, sorry. Back to the answers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bismo said, I'm going to be honest, probably Star Wars, the Old Republic Online. Okay. Yeah, you said that.
I just want to watch those shorts again, dude. Remember
Yeah.
those videos, the
Yeah.
Old Republic?
Those were really,
like
really good.
Oh,
Those were-
cutscenes?
yeah, they were
Animatic or whatever they
yeah,
call
they're-
it.
Okay.
animated, but they were like really well done animations for like
Yeah.
the game. And I'm like, I don't care about the game at this point. I just want to see you guys make a movie
Yeah.
because they're
Yeah.
like short video things were more impressive than a lot of movies that have come out in Star Wars. It's crazy.
Yeah, they're
Nice.
their trailers were top notch. I mean, like I remember when they first came out, they were like hot talk. I mean, because like once again, it goes to prove that sometimes the old stuff is just somehow better. With the way that they ran CGI, because that stuff came out back in like 2010 or 2011. It's been out for 10, 15 years, something like that, and they still, quality wise, still are better than most things that have been animated today. So I don't know how they managed to do it.
And they made you feel stuff like those were like 5 minutes long or something like that. And they made you feel more for those characters than all of the sequel trilogy. Hot take.
Malgus is pretty cool.
Dude, Malgus is the bomb. I mean, they did have a lot of lore to pull off of, to be honest, to be fair. But
true.
It was just epic, dude. All right. Sorry, fact checker. What else? I keep interrupting you. My apologies.
Good stuff. Skylark said, I might regret this, but Rogue Squadron, ?
Oh, yeah. That's a great one. Rogue
Lots
Squadron.
Of flying. Right?
Rogue Squadron was a great game.
That was the one we played as kids?
Yeah, N64.
Okay. No, that's not the one. That wasn't the one.
Oh, okay.
We played.
No. Oh, we didn't even talk about that one. Empire. Shadow.
Shadow of the Empire.
Yeah, Shadows of the Empire. Dude,
that Shadows of the Empire was. I think we logged 4,000 hours in that.
I think we did, dude.
It's just the 2D graphics might hurt my eyes after like a week.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes.
I remember. Okay, I don't mean to call out my dad in some ways, but love you, Dad. But I remember you and I, Dan, playing the game. We got to the second level, and there's the AT-AT walker. Okay.
It's the coolest part.
And like, it's N64. Okay, so you don't have like the joystick that like is easy to look up and down with. It's like the yellow buttons.
Yeah.
So I remember Dad playing that game with us because we couldn't beat it. And I'm pretty sure he stayed up most of the night shooting just the legs of the AT-AT walker, only to realize like a few days later that you could just tilt up and shoot the... But my dad grinded on that game back in the 90s. He was committed.
And take
he
it out.
took it down.
Because we couldn't figure it out.
I just remember him in the morning be like, I did it, guys. And we were like, what?
Yeah.
You took out the AT-AT walker? AT-ST, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
ST, I was saying that wrong. Anyway, sorry. Story time. But back to it
Good
then.
times. Family times.
Yeah, but Rogue Squadron sounds like a good pick for Skylark.
Yep. I don't think you'll regret it.
Yeah. Angelina said... Oh, no, sorry. She was asking a question.
Apparently she didn't say.
No, sorry.
Hi, kid.
She said mac and cheese on pizza. Would that work?
Yeah.
Mac and cheese on pizza?
Mac and pizza.
Yeah, dude. That could work. I could see it.
Okay, and then Bismo said, look up Star Wars: The Old Republic. That game would have enough content for this challenge. For reference, how much time that would be how many hours I had in Rocket League.
I was gonna say. Dude, I wonder how many you got.
Crazy.
Of everybody in this chat and talking right now who can relate to 10,000 hours of playing a game, it is Bismo with Rocket League. So
that's a lot.
That's a lot. That's commitment, dude.
And 1 year, but to do that kind of stuff would be something else. But I mean, there's a lot of 12-year-olds out there doing that very thing right now.
Right.
10-year-olds, maybe younger. They're grinding at whatever game it is.
Maybe 8-year-olds.
Maybe 8. Maybe they're getting younger. Maybe they're 5 now. Yeah, it's true.
Dude, that's crazy.
Good stuff.
Anything else, fact checker?
I think that's it.
All right, cool. I don't want to miss anybody because I love the
not.
Gonkers.
Some people said, "Are we getting random buffers?" The buffer zone doesn't exist anymore.
We're blaming the fans. We're pulling a Disney.
I'm just saying it doesn't exist.
No.
It's not shelved.
It's not shelved.
Wait, no, it is shelved.
It is shelved. No, it's all shelved.
If you're getting it, I can't blame. I don't know. It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
We'll have to name it if it's something else.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
But you were going to twist the
question? So let's flip it on its head. What game would be the most painful game in Star Wars that like would actually make it difficult for you to finish that year? Like we said, what game would you pick to play? So that's you're thinking top tier. What game would actually be the worst game to play for a year? Star Wars game. I don't know, man. That's a tough one. There's some bad ones out there. There's like some from like the NES or like SNES, the side scrollers that are like super tough. And really? I feel like you would go insane because A, there's just not enough content, and B, it's super tough. So you would just go crazy after a while. But what do you think, Hunter? You got any hot takes on this?
No, not really. I mean, I've not really, to be honest, I've not really played many Star Wars games.
That's the tough thing about this question.
There was one on the GameCube back in the day that I had that I did not like at all. But I don't know the name of it, so I couldn't actually tell you. It would be that game though. Don't know what it's called though, just because I didn't. No, there was also one on PC too that was like that was awful. That was like about Dagobah.
Dagobah.
Yeah, that one was pretty bad too. So it'd probably be a tie between those two, for sure.
Yeah, nice, dude. Yeah, no, for sure. Matt came in with a good one here. He said the newest Squadrons game. Yeah, dude, that game was it could have been really cool, but it felt like you were flying a bus around. Like you weren't like fighter pilot, like cool dog fights. Like it was definitely made for like a VR experience, I guess. But man, that game just. My expectations, maybe it was just because my expectations were like more up here, and I was like, yeah, this could be awesome. It reminds me of like, Rogue Squadron again. We could get like a modern day Rogue Squadron. And then you get into it and you're like, the game mechanics are worse than Rogue Squadron. Like, seriously, it was so bad. He has a great point there. And what about anyone else? Have any other bad Star Wars games experiences? I'm sure they're out there. We just probably forget about them.
Yeah, because they were bad.
Because we're that bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of good ones there's just a lot of good ones. I don't know.
There are some decent ones out there. I'll say maybe the newest Star Wars Outlaws might be
terrible.
One of the worst ones. And that being said, I think that's a perfect segue into our first news segment. I'm getting better. So we're going to hit the HoloNet news, baby.
Everything's under control. We're fine. We're all fine here now. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, so the news that's coming out, Star Wars Squadrons, Ubisoft. How do you say it? Ubisoft? Ubisoft? What do you guys say?
Ubisoft.
That's you say Ubi?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Looks like Ubi to me.
I prefer Ubby.
Ubisoft. Henceforth, that is what it shall be named. Ubisoft. So the CEO, I don't know how to say his name, Yves Guillemot, he sounds French, blames bad sales on the state of Star Wars.
Ooh,
so he had a hot take recently.
Interesting.
It's Ubisoft. I searched it.
It is you.
No, it's Ubisoft. We have deemed it, fact checker, so it is so. Do not come against Dan with the pinchers. You do not fight Dan on this hill with his pinchers.
Don't even try it.
You shall lose.
I have the high ground.
He does have the high ground. Yeah, so Yeah.
I think I've got the article here.
Yeah, I do.
See.
And yeah, so thank
is.
you. You're pulling it up. Man, you're good.
Yves Guillemot.
Guillemot.
Apparently.
Killamot.
Perfect.
Anyway, he was being interviewed recently, and they asked him, they said, what have you learned from the failure of Star Wars Outlaws? Wow, coming out the gate. In terms of sales, have you learned anything? Have you learned anything new in terms of pricing, in terms of marketing? He says, we didn't reach our sales targets. The game suffered from a number of items. First, it suffered from the fact that it was released at a time when the brand that it belonged to was in a bit of choppy waters. Wow.
Choppy waters.
It's a hot take there, dude. So he goes on. What does he go on to say? He said, the game had a few items that still needed to be polished. He says... he admits they were polished and debugged in the early weeks after release, but it did affect the sale. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so he does throw Star Wars kind of under the bus there. But it's interesting, though, because he's not wrong. I do agree with him to a certain extent. What do you guys think about this, though, before I continue to move on?
Can you blame poor sales on single-handedly a bad state of a franchise?
Yeah, I don't. Well, no, you can't. But
but you can. It doesn't help. It does not help when you're trying to sell any kind of merchandise, and the product that surrounds that. You know what I'm saying. That the merchandise is based on is not
merchandising.
Great. They all are related now. Because if the game was incredible,
it wouldn't matter.
It wouldn't matter because people still love Star Wars.
Agreed.
They just don't love this current state of Star Wars. Is that where you're going with it?
Yeah.
I think that's the right answer.
I think, yeah. So, no, that's a great point. What about you, fact checker, before we come back?
Oh, I agree.
You don't have any thoughts on this?
I played the fifth.
No.
Did you see her, though?
Yes, yeah, we talked about it in a few streams.
Yeah, we have for sure. That's why.
And she looked interesting.
You put it
She
mildly.
looked interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, I like what Matt said. Odd that he doesn't mention the astronomical price tag as an issue affecting sales.
Yeah. That's why this is a bit of a deflect.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
a deflecting call out, which
it's a deflecting
two
call
things
out.
Can be true.
Yeah, that's the thing. It is two things can be true at this point. What about you, Hunter? What do you think about this? Do you think he's right, or is he just deflecting, or all the above?
Well, is he talking about the entirety of Star Wars?
No. Well, so he's the CEO of Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
Oh,
Ubisoft. So game that came out, Star Wars Outlaws, that launched.
He's just
August 27th.
blaming the state of all of Star Wars.
Yeah, he's blaming the state of Star Wars. Yeah, on the bad sales of the game because the game did very poorly.
I mean, I wouldn't think so. I mean, I know it did poorly, but like Matt had pointed out, don't charge $120 for a crappy game out of the gate. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's a team effort. So you're only as strong as your team is. So, I mean, yeah, that's a weak point, but I wouldn't say it's completely to blame for everything. But I'm sure that was probably the gut twister, because that one had more to do with money. I don't even know how much money they sunk into it as well. So that probably didn't feel good. But I mean, I don't think you can blame everything on Star Wars Outlaws. That's kind of dumb. But I don't know. It's like a football team losing a game and blaming the kicker when they made 5 mistakes prior. And it's like,
the quarterback threw 5 interceptions. He's like, if that kicker had made that extra point, we would have won.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah. So
it looks like it costs between 200 and 300 million to make.
Yeah,
and
that's wow.
Do you know their sales?
They sold 1 million copies
at like 70.
I don't know. Let me look.
They made a lot of money.
Yeah, and they're still continuing to get sales on that, I'm sure.
Did you see this part of the article, though?
Yeah, go ahead, Dan. What was that?
So, he said, Star Wars Outlaws launched August 27th. We know that. The same year, Tales of the Empire, Acolyte, Skeleton Crew were launched. Viewership was down. Acolyte got canceled, which is terrible for fans such as myself.
That's the person... that's not him talking.
Oh, good.
That's the actual article writer,
good.
I believe.
Well, this article writer needs to be deleted.
Wow.
Because he was mad because he wanted to see more of Manny Jacinto's arms. Shut up. I mean, get out of here. That's like not good enough. What are you writing this crap for? This is.
Yeah, who's this written by?
Call him out.
We're gonna call him out.
His first name is Issy. That's all you need to know. Good Lord.
Wow. Okay.
Anyway, yeah. I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Acolyte. This guy wanted to see Acolyte. That's all you need to know in the article. But of course, he's gonna slant one way. But is he sticking up for? Is he sticking up for whatever? I don't know.
Yeah.
Guillemot admitted they released didn't hit their sales targets, but they had little bugs in the game, choppy waters.
Yeah.
You know, they've cleaned up and they're going to relaunch for Switch 2, it sounds like. But is that going to help them?
I think that might help a little bit. I don't think it's going to have the impact they're hoping for, to be honest, because I feel like the majority of your players are going to be on the other consoles anyway, unless you can really market this somehow to kids. But what's the rating on the game? I think it's like PG or whatever. I don't even know why. What are the ratings when it comes to games? I don't even remember. Was it like teen? Yeah,
it's probably like T for teen.
T for teen. Yeah, that's
what
it is.
Yeah.
I didn't think there for a sec.
T for terrible.
T for terrible. Yeah. So the real problems with the game, I mean, there's multiple. If you're going to go into it, the problem is, the bugs at the beginning were terrible. The pricing of the game was huge. For all the content they were promising. Huge. Yes, thank you. So for what you got out the gate, it was terrible. Plus, but even before that, even the trailers leading up to that, it was, I mean, to be fair in some ways, though, it was after the Acolyte, we just had that train wreck, and they're off of a lot of losses here in the Star Wars. So I do think he's right to a certain extent. Plus, you have a female lead, which, nothing against female leads again, but it does make a lot of Star Wars fans think modern day Disney Star Wars instead of like a classic feeling. Not that it has to be male to be led, but also the fact that it was a female lead that looked like an androgynous human being that like if you see her in real life, she's very pretty. And then they put her in the game and you're like, what is that creature I'm looking at? and I don't think that helped, to be honest. No. And that just didn't get people excited about the game. It was like, what time frame was this in? There was a lot of questions about this game, and when it came out, it was so buggy that people couldn't even play it. Like, it was to the point where it was bad. So it was an unfinished game. They rushed it out for Star Wars. It was following the same trends that Disney Star Wars has already been doing. I mean, because case in point, the point I have with this is Star Wars hasn't been doing the greatest for a while now. But we still got 2 excellent games that did pretty well, which is the Jedi Fallen Order series with Cal Kestis. And that's way less of a game, I guess you could say, in some ways. It's not as open world and as big in scope in the game itself. And it's not necessarily through a big company like Ubisoft. But it still did very well and had a great story, a great lead, and I think that one did pretty well when it comes to things. So to your point, Dan, if you make a good game, even if Star Wars itself isn't doing well, then you're going to get the sales. So there's a lot going on here. I think both things are true. I think it is hard to piggyback off of a couple L's in Star Wars going into a game that looks similar to a lot of those L's, at least on the surface level. And it just didn't capture that spirit. And I know the gameplay itself was difficult or just not very well thought out and well done. So any other takes on that, guys, before we move on to the next topic?
Nope, I think that's about it, except that, Matt summed it up very well.
He did.
Game did release right after the Acolyte finished. Too bad they didn't have the power of many sales.
Yeah.
And before
That's great.
before the show came out, like nobody knew it was going to be that bad of a train wreck because the trailers were pretty somewhat tolerable.
We had heard rumors.
Yeah, you'd heard
we didn't
rumors.
know it was going to be that bad.
No, that's what I'm saying. Nobody knew. There was still you always have
good
like a 1% of like I'm slightly excited about this.
We're still hopeful
because it's still Star Wars. It has a chance. And then, but the game trailers had also released for that, and that did not look good. The game trailers were not like they didn't steal you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty weak actually. So while the trailers for the Acolyte were maybe mid, the trailers for the game, in my opinion, were like low. And I'm not even like a big gamer.
Yeah.
So, but
and that's sad because some of our favorite games in some ways were made from Ubisoft.
Yeah. So
Ubisoft.
It's just another chalk it up to the Star Wars 2024 in the toilet. You know what I mean? Except for Skeleton Crew, which is a nice way to end it.
Yeah, and Rebuild the Galaxy. Those were kind of the saving graces of 2024. 2025, there's Andor. That's been the real shining
2025
light.
is Andor. That's
Andor, yeah. There's nothing else really. Well, I think there might be Rebuild the Galaxy later on this year, I think.
TBD.
For the second one, but it's to be determined. Thank you, fact checker. I don't know why I reiterated that, but yeah. So anyway, has anyone played that game? We should actually play it, Star Wars Outlaws, just to give it a fair shake.
That'd be fun.
Yeah,
we should do that for 12 hours a day for the next year.
Yeah, right.
I don't know much about it, but I mean, if it's open world, why wouldn't you make the character or a lot more of the features more customizable? You know, like how lore based is it? That's what I want to know. At the end of the day, I mean, it's hard coming off of the Acolyte, and that just sets the tone of it's like batting in the ninth and you're already down by 15. You know, there's just no hope. But at the same time, you have to be accountable for your actions. At the end of the day, it's your job to make the game, and you sunk $300 million into a game.
Yeah,
I can see why. Man, that's just a gut punch. That's a lot of cash.
That is a
bomb.
lot. They'll probably make it up over time, and I do think they will get some more too.
Sorry.
And that's the show.
That's the show.
No, but that might be a bigger reason. Actually, if they bombed that hard, that might be a bigger reason why Star Wars is suffering more than they are. They might be a bigger hand at that than some other shows.
Yeah,
So.
it just makes me want to know some of the decisions behind the scenes. Like, what mandates were they given? Maybe it's not, and maybe that's why he's throwing a soft like under the bus, like Ubisoft punch underneath there, because he can't say from like NDAs and all this stuff too, like, hey, they made us do it this way to a certain extent. Like our hands were tied.
Right.
Like we could only do so much with what they gave us. So I could see that, and also maybe why he's frustrated, because that does directly affect his sales on the game. So he leads with that and still owns up to some other mistakes, which there definitely were. But that might have But if you start off at a point that you're crippled and you're not excited about the project,
right? Yeah, you're not.
Then
and you can't get your team excited.
Yeah, you can't get your team excited, and you can't put your best foot forward.
It's like all the other companies that were doing certain marketing campaigns during certain seasons of time. Like, that's not working, and nobody's excited about it except for 3 people at the office.
Yeah,
and everybody's got to jump on board with those 3 people. It's not. This is another trash for corporations. This is just embarrassing. And Star Wars. You start at Star Wars, and then it goes down to Disney, and then Star Wars, and then to the game developers and Ubisoft. It's just like bad all the way around. But they could still create greatness.
They're also just not appeasing to the fan base either. I mean, I mean, exactly, and it's like, I mean, no offense to women, I don't know like hardly any that play video games. It's like, why are we catering to the 2% when we should be catering to the 97%?
Yeah.
It's like that. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Why you would go around? I mean, it's just not financially smart on any level.
Yeah, just from a strict business point. Yeah, it's like that's what a lot of people. I think I forget who said it online, but they said one of the biggest mistakes that Disney Star Wars ever did was trying to make Star Wars a girl brand.
Yeah.
When it already had its base as a male-dominated thing, but there are still a lot of women in it for sure, and women who love Star Wars, so it appeals to everybody. But whenever it's almost like whenever you try to cut out, that's kind of almost what they did, and solely focus on one.
Well, there's nothing wrong with growing the fan base that you already have.
Yeah,
but you don't throw the existing fan base out in the trash,
right?
While you're trying to build a new fan base or expand, you know what I mean? It's like,
it can be done respectfully.
You can't delete them and try to create
in a balanced way.
Yeah, like Coca-Cola is very sugary. But there's some people out there that don't want the sugar and they need the Coke Zero or they want the Diet Coke or whatever.
Right.
So you're not going to delete Coca-Cola with sugar and only sell the one without it.
Yeah, that's a great analogy.
You're like, no. We're trying to we're trying to get a new market here. No more sugar Coke
Zero. That's my vice. That's my one vice is Coke Zero.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Say that is my vice.
And that's your vice, but they still make regular Coca-Cola with tons and tons of sugar. So it's like, it's not rocket science. It's pretty.
They finally started making them in the glass bottles, and they're way overpriced. But that doesn't stop me from buying them.
I know, so, it tastes better, right? It tastes better.
It does. Yeah, I have a few. And it's just crisp, man. I don't know what it is.
It's vintage, man.
So, it's financially not intelligent at all, but it doesn't stop me.
Right. Well, there's got to be everything in my.
There's a little sweet treat here and there.
Yeah, right. And those glass bottles,
I'm a sucker for a few things.
Yeah, those glass bottles. I'm a sucker for glass bottles. Something about it just feels better. You feel fancier.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of feeling fancy. This has no segue at all. Goes nowhere. We're going to jump into the next topic, but let us know in the comments below and also in the chat. What do you guys think about the CEO of Ubisoft? How do you pronounce it? Let us know. Was he right to blame Star Wars in this situation, or did he make more of the mistakes, or both true? We want to hear from you. Let us know. Next topic, a little bit of a downer in some ways. We're going to bring it back up. Yeah, fact checker, you got something.
Before that,
you're waving
sorry.
At me.
No, just Matt clarified. Rebuild the Galaxy Season 2 is set for September 19th.
Oh, perfect.
Which is not that far away.
No.
So that makes me really excited.
That does make me very excited.
And then Vision Season 3 is October 29th.
Yeah, so we still got a little bit. It's both animated. You know, Lego usually pops off no matter what.
Yeah,
although
it'll do well.
Still a huge miss in my opinion that they didn't make them movies. They should have just made them flipping movies and put them out in the theaters.
Maybe they're building 2 movies.
I hope so, because I think they're building. Wow, fact checker.
Wow.
Sorry,
Hunter, I'll let you take this one.
No,
I'm over here falling asleep. That was a good one. Wow.
Oh,
wowzers.
Wowzers. Hi, how are you?
How are you? I'm normal.
Wonderful.
My puns are terrible.
Goodness. Okay, you can move on.
Okay.
To depressing news.
Yeah,
now.
let's build back to the depressing news. No, it actually happened a few weeks ago, but we missed it, and I felt like it was worth talking about, though. Kenneth Coley becomes one with the Force, so he passed away, unfortunately. So he's the actor who played Admiral Piet in Star Wars. He was in Empire Strikes Back, And he was 87, passed away peacefully, thankfully. He became one with the Force. But he was in The Empire Strikes Back, and he did such a good job that they called him back. He had such a good presence against Darth Vader that they wanted him back. So he came back in Empire Strikes Back, and he did a great job. Just a legend, in a lot of ways for what he did in Star Wars and how he nailed that role. He was quiet. He was different in a lot of ways when it comes to... He wasn't the pompous Imperial that you see. He really kind of felt like the more straight shooter. Like, no, he wants to get things done. He wants to do his job. He wants to be the best at what he can do. He didn't feel like a bad guy. He felt like a guy that was just a cog in the wheel, but he's still going to work his way to the top and do the best that he can do with what he's got. Now, he was probably a jerk behind the scenes. Who knows? But
he was kind of emotionless, though, mostly.
Right.
Wasn't he?
Which was nice for the...
I don't mean the actor behind the scenes. I mean the... I'm sorry, not the
actor.
We know
what you meant.
To clarify, I meant like the Admiral Piet might have been
a
jerk in the Star Wars galaxy. Sorry. Anyway, but so unfortunately he passed away. But he was awesome, though, in those movies. He did a great job. Not a huge role. Wasn't he the one who said, we shall double our efforts? Whenever he says that the Emperor will be here. Vader tells him that. I love that scene because he's like, you asked the impossible. And he's basically talking to Vader, which is bold enough when he's in charge of the second Death Star. And then he says, well, the Emperor's going to be here. We shall double our efforts. We're going to get it done because I don't want to die.
Exactly.
I mean, that just goes to show sometimes, like, it's not always about how many lines you have. It's about making what you got count, right? Thank you, Lord Vader. Yeah, so he's got some good lines, even though it's only like 2.
Right.
But his lore, like comic book wise, they actually expanded some of his lore. Vader really respected him. Don't ask me why, because I didn't read too much farther than that, but I know it's in the comic book somewhere. So,
nice.
Right. Yeah, they did expand the character a little bit. So he seemed like he was actually just a simple working man trying to do what he had to do. I respect it.
Well, and he wasn't... I think is why he reached the goal that he did, because you see all in the original series, you see so many other generals, admirals, because of their pompous nature, get taken out by Vader. Like, he was actually a straight shooter and got things done. And that kind of
he was probably one of the boys. Yeah, he was one of the boys. Everyone probably liked him.
Yeah, he seemed like the guy that you could rally behind. Like he actually inspired his men instead of just bossed them around.
Yeah,
that's probably what got him to that point. And maybe Vader could relate to that and sense that in him. Going back to the Anakin days, I'm reaching here a little bit, but it does feel like it could work. But he appeared in over 150 on-screen roles between 1961 and 2024.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is crazy though. He contracted the vid and subsequently developed pneumonia before his death.
Shoot.
That sucks, dude.
The vid? Oh, the Rona?
Yeah,
well, you got to go some way.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But he was 87. That is true. Everybody does have to go somewhere.
It's sad.
It is sad.
I mean, at least he'll always be remembered for Star Wars. Did he care about Star Wars? I don't know. What a crazy thing to have 250 roles or 150 roles, and the one that he's most known for in his picture and all these articles is Admiral Piet.
Yeah, for only a few lines.
And there's another image here of him looks like a con. He was in Life of Brian, so he was also funny.
He played Jesus, actually, in the Monty Python's 1979 comedy Life of Brian. Yeah,
which is a little strange of a movie, but
his agent said it was one of his favorite roles that he ever played.
Like Jesus.
There you go.
Yeah. No, playing Jesus in Monty Python.
And it looks like he wasn't in the original Star Wars, so he was in Empire and Return of the Jedi.
Yes. Yep.
Interesting.
But they liked him so much in his presence in Empire that they asked him to come back
That's cool.
for Return of the Jedi.
AKA he didn't get killed off.
Yeah, which is crazy because pretty much everybody else did.
Yep.
It looks like he went to the cons, maybe.
Yeah, he was. I'm pretty sure he was definitely a con goer, and people liked him. He was
could
very
make a living
out
of that.
You literally could, and that's probably what he did for a long time. And plus acting in general.
Right.
Fact checker, do you have something?
Matt is clarifying that we shall double our efforts. Officer on DS2.
Oh, you're right.
Gerard.
I'm sorry, Matt. I have failed you. I have failed you. Good point, dude. Dang it. I missed that one.
But that's okay.
It's been a hot sec.
Well, I'm sure he said another line that was equally epic.
Yeah, the same uniform. Hey, I get it.
Pretty similar. I get those mixed up all the time, and it's like I have been quizzed on that time and time again. Though
he said, "Yes, my lord," and we'll find them.
We'll
Those
find
are
them.
two
Okay.
of his big lines.
His big lines. Wow, that's it. That even smaller than what I was thinking. Still a legend.
But he delivered it
Small
so
but
well that he came
powerful.
back
Yeah.
for Return of
That's right.
the Jedi.
Yeah, I would be totally fine with just having a one line in any of the
I know.
original Star
And then just
Wars
go to
movies.
cons for the rest of
I
your
would
life
be
and talk to Star
totally-
Wars
yeah.
fans.
If that's the only thing other than hot dog legend, Lord Master, then
The way it changes your life is something else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot dog legend? What?
They would put Dustin next to the guy who wrote Heir to the Empire, and he would be like, "Hi, Kevin." What's the guy's
I
name?
totally would. I would. I would.
Who wrote
I-
the books again?
I'd be
What
like,
was his
okay, I
name?
have some thoughts for your next series. No,
Was it Amir Zahn or something like that?
yeah, Timothy's on, dude. Legend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He'd be like, "Hi, Timothy."
Look, everybody.
You just keep
Kevin's
doing the-
back.
That is the
breathing.
yes. You're getting me excited about it again because I will. This is the hill I will die on. They should have just made the sequel trilogy that trilogy. I'm gonna die on. That's the only time I'm gonna say it the rest of the night.
He died, it looks like, in a blaze of glory when on the Executor when the rebel ship crashed into the
Yes.
bridge.
Yes.
Sorry, Piet.
Yep. Piet, you will be remembered, friend.
Yep.
Did you see Skylar teased misinformation on Target?
Oh
Just
wow! Shots fired.
Don't be stealing Gerard's line.
Yeah.
That guy's he's proud of
Shoot.
his double efforts.
Double efforts. We shall double efforts.
He stayed up late practicing that line.
Yeah, Gerard did.
Is he still alive?
Information.
I think so.
Check.
All right, cool. Well, we got more news. We got to keep going here. We got a lot more to get into.
Uh-oh.
So next one here is we got some. We're bringing it up here. We got some August Lego releases, people.
That
and,
sounds good.
If you know the channel, you know that we like some Legos, and Hunter Davis likes some Legos too. And I'm glad we have him on to discuss this as well. So that's kind of the lineup right there. Dan's pulled it up for us. So these are the new ones launching August 1st. What do you guys think? Anything sticking out to you guys?
I like the Andor-ish one.
K2 is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The K2 one's the best. The Ewoks is giving me a little bit of
Too soon.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm having some. What is it like?
PTSD.
PTSD. That's what I'm looking for. That's the word. I'm having some PTSD because they messed up canon in those movies, and that is the unforgivable sin, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They did things
Oh yeah.
dirty.
That guy's cursed. That guy's cursed. Like, he reminds me of like a weird, creepy Native American little child doll that would move in the middle of the night. I don't think
Yeah,
I would
something
trust him.
scary.
In my
Oh,
room.
that
Yeah.
that Wicket.
Yeah, you'd wake up at 2:00 in the morning. He'd just be standing there looking at you.
It's
like
going to
a
be
gremlin.
closer. Like you're going to roll
Yeah.
over, and it's actually going to be closer than it was before. It's
Yeah.
going to be playing
Yeah.
mind tricks. Well,
I
that's
do
kind of
like
how the Ewoks
collector's
roll.
ATST though. That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
ATST is
That is cool. That
Yeah.
ATS. Speaking of ATS, man, things come back around. That's what I love it about this channel. We don't even plan for it, but it happens. Remember the story I told earlier?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what you're referencing.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's still here.
You gotta say it.
Oh, sorry.
So
I
you got
thought it was
Republic
misunderstood.
Juggernaut, Jango Fett Starship, as well as premium display pieces like Wicket the Ewok from Return of the Jedi. That's where they get their own little stand here.
I do like
And
that.
then
Yeah.
the security
That's a nice
droid
touch.
K2 from Rogue One and Andor. There are 9 new Lego Star Wars on August 1st. We've listed them all below with prices. So pull out your big wallets, sell everything you have because you're going to
Yeah.
need a lot of cash. No, I'm kidding.
$200 for
Starting
that.
at $200. No, actually, they go down to 45. You can get the Clone Trooper, 327th Star Corps Clone Trooper Battle Pack for $45.
I think out of all of them, though, I still would go with the ATST just because that's just
sure.
In the middle.
so iconic. Although I
Yeah.
do like the Django.
And it's a UCS, so it's $200.
Right. It's probably the most detailed one out of all of them there. But
Yeah.
It's
they're all
good
pretty
looking.
dang cool. The K2S
Which-
one, K2SO looks awesome.
$2 actually isn't that bad, really, considering most of the UTS stuff is like really expensive.
Right.
I've considered pulling the trigger on the sail barge because I wanted one as a
Yeah.
kid, and I was never able to purchase one. This is why you shouldn't have adult money. But
Right. and
I've-
and it's still a kid brain.
yeah, so I have to heal my inner child. I mean, because like I have to get the set that I was never basically allowed to have.
Yeah.
But I'm a big Jango Fett fan too, though. So like, I like both versions, the Ultimate Collector Edition and the. I have nowhere to put them though. That's the problem.
That is the
I'm
problem.
out of room, but
Yeah.
I do like them. So what can you say? They're fun. You just put a brick together. It's
I think-
mindless work.
I think it's a good example of if something's just good still in Star Wars. You know what I mean? Like people still love Lego Star Wars. I don't think that's really dipped that much. Although I have heard some rumors across the internet that the merchandising of Star Wars has dipped overall, and they're getting pretty nervous about it. We're gonna jump in. We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah, but the CEO of Lego isn't coming out being like, "Well, speaking of Star Wars in the toilet."
Right.
No, Lego is owning its own stuff.
Right.
You know, and they're gonna make $1 trillion anyway. So Ubisoft, just get a life.
And you know what's crazy?
It's crazy how collectible they are. No, they're collectible still to this day. Like, I mean, I had the original Qui-Gon Jinn when it came out. Like in the first, like, he's lying around here somewhere, but like
he's watching it.
Oh, he slowly moves in the background closer to you.
They retain their value. It's crazy. Like you could go on eBay and look at the minifigures or the sets or whatever. Like they're insanely collectible. So, I mean, even buying them is an investment.
Yeah, dude,
it's like kind of crazy when you think about it.
That's what I was going into. There's a legit dude online who said the best investing I've ever done was in Star Wars Lego sets. He literally he said the amount of return on investment for Lego sets, because they release them for only a certain amount of time, and then
pretty much,
and then once they're gone, they're gone. So if you just buy like as many as you can, you hold on to them until they're gone, and then people a few years down the road or whatever want them, you could sell them for way more. That's the craziest thing. Like he legit, it was like an investment guy and was like, one of my best investments was like Lego Star Wars.
Funny.
It's crazy.
It's a slipped on investment, because the minute they discontinue it, the value will go up, and then it will continuously go up over time. I mean, the Lego set, I remember like I had when I was a kid, I had the Revenge of the Sith set with Obi-Wan Kenobi and General Grievous, the poor man wish looking General Grievous, not the fancy one they have now. That set now goes for $500 sealed. It was $20 back in the day. It's just like insane that the price difference. I mean, screw buying gold and silver, just buy Legos.
Yeah, I know, that's the crazy
so
thing.
Dumb, but it's hilarious.
It's the emotional side. Nobody's emotional over a stupid piece of silver.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm emotional when I see that Grievous. It makes me grieve for my childhood.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I don't care about Grievous. But the Legos are cool. And it brings you back to when you were 5. You know what I mean?
They are. Yeah. They're functional. They hit right wrong. Nostalgia.
However,
I mean, especially like with kids our age and generation, it's definitely going to punch them in the gut. So
however, I have a moral dilemma with that guy buying them all and then just keeping them.
I know.
Because he's going to flip them. Like, think of how you're robbing all the children. When mother wants to buy their son a thing for their birthday and they find out August 1st, but then Billy Magoo ordered like 62 of them, and he's just sitting with them in his basement collecting dust. Meanwhile, little Timmy's over there crying in the corner because he didn't get his childhood memory. What's he going to turn into when he grows up? He didn't get that special. He's going to turn into Grievous. He's going to turn into that Ewok.
Scalpers ruin every hobby and everything. I mean, it doesn't matter what you're into.
It's all. That's why I have a moral dilemma, but it's all good. I mean, hey, it's.
I think that
just buy one extra.
Just buy one or two, and then give it away to a child, and then keep the other one for yourself to invest.
I think some of the special ones though that you're saying, like some of the high end ones that you have to order like direct, I think they have some sort of system in place where they try to really watch out for scalpers. Yeah, and I think you can only get like one. I don't, but I mean you could make 100 different accounts, I guess.
Somewhere in a Swiss bank,
do it that
way. But vaults full of collectible Legos, aren't there? Just like prize paintings. For sure. Somewhere
on the Lego vault itself.
Yeah, they have
a Lego vault.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, they have a Lego vault.
Oh, yeah.
That is ridiculous. Skylark said, "Play that video game for $10 million to afford these Legos."
Yep.
Yeah, seriously, that's
not a bad idea.
That's the crazy thing.
My parents should have been buying me Legos instead of Beanie Babies.
Exactly.
Because the Beanie Babies were an investment for a while, and now they're not worth as much.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So, the Star Wars Legos have stood the test of time. That's the crazy thing, to your point.
Yeah.
And even like
the
my
Beanie
kids
Baby thing's crazy.
My kids are playing with some of the ones and I'm like, sometimes I look at them when they're playing it, and I'm like, I wonder how much that's
just makes you feel funny.
Yeah, I'm like, I wonder how much that's going for. My son just took the head off and on like 3 times in a row, and I'm like, stop taking the legs apart, because I'm like, you're ruining it, man. Yeah. No, I don't really.
Just trade them for a bar of silver.
Right? Here you go,
It'll
kid.
be fine,
Yeah.
You know? Then you won't care.
Right.
It's still gonna hold its value, but less emotional.
Yeah.
Skylark said,
Yeah.
"Is Billy Magoo the relative of Billy McGee, Dan, the Stay on Target pilot,
Or Billy Muskiski.
or maybe Billy
Billy
Muskiski?
Muskiski.
Yeah,
The
it might
legend.
be the legend of Billy Muskiski. We'll
That is
talk about that later.
That's
but
a deep cut Stay on Target reference
it
right
might
there.
be
Yeah.
a distant relative. You're not
Yeah.
wrong.
My
They're
goodness.
always out there buying up them Legos.
Yep. Somehow Billy Muskiski returned.
Yeah.
This isn't Star Wars related, but this is the most recent Lego set. I think I already showed you guys this one.
Ooh.
It's the
That's pretty cool.
Do you
Indiana
have
Jones.
10
Indiana
of those in the
Jones.
other room?
what's that?
Do you have 10 of those in the other
Yeah, I
room?
got 10 of them in the other room. So I'm the guy
Yeah,
that bought all of them.
It's holding the Indiana Jones.
You can
It's
Google-
like, I have a moral dilemma, but I overcame it.
I bought it on a whim, and it was like birthday money or something, and
Aw.
you can't buy them anymore. I mean, they're like sold out. Google it. Dare you?
Do it. You can do it.
It happens.
Yeah, that's an
Nice,
iconic
Dan.
scene
I
though,
mean,
right there. And technically
is a good
Lucasfilm, so you're in the vein.
I'm in the vein.
This,
You're in the vein.
this is the one I'm hoarding.
What do you got,
in
Hunter?
the
Yeah,
box.
what do you got?
This is the one
Ooh.
I'm hoarding. It has the
Oh,
limited
that's
edition
beautiful.
fives.
What? I didn't even
What
know
is
that
it?
existed. Hold it up again. We
Can't
missed
see
it.
That's the Rogue
It's-
One
it's-
scene right
It's
there.
the Rogue One. Yeah, it's the Rogue One.
Oh,
hoarding
no.
camera.
The hallway scene.
Yeah.
No
That is
way.
beautiful.
Oh, wow.
It-
That's fitting.
Look at
Yeah.
all the figurines.
That's right.
What do
And-
they call 'em?
Give me
Just
about give
Vader.
me about 3 years and I'll sell it to you guys.
All right.
For
sounds
350
good.
bucks.
We'll
Yeah.
barter. We'll barter Nick's.
You know, you
no,
can get on
okay.
Amazon right now for $45. Buy your copy
Yeah,
today.
One of the best, probably the most expensive set that would surround us is right behind me.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
What a
Yeah, that's the
reveal.
one.
Yeah, dude, that
That's-
one is
that's-
worth some coin. I
Yeah.
remember you bought that and I was like, whoa.
What a hole.
And
Yeah.
then it took us like 8 streams to put it together. That was the fun part about it, though. Yeah. So that's the Lego news dropping August 1st. Let us know in the comments and the chat, guys. Which one would you guys want to get? We want to hear from you, and we want to know because ATST is the right answer. No, I'm
It
just
is
joking.
interesting though, because it was last fall when we built the Nick built.
I
the
yelled at him.
Andor one. Yeah, and you yelled at him while I was
should
building it. And
we
it was
should plug
also
that.
that time of year when we built that
Mhm.
Millennium Falcon.
The Falcon was
So you're
fun.
saying there's another build coming
So
soon?
maybe it's approaching
I mean,
that
it's
time of year where
approaching that
another
time.
build is going to happen. It might.
Nice, I like it.
But music
Yeah.
first.
Nick's probably already
Ooh.
bought the ATST somehow.
You might have.
He's got it on pre-order.
Yeah, he probably does.
He's the scalper.
Yeah.
He's the
He's the
scalper.
He's the
scalper.
Muskiski.
He's the
Nick's the
Muskiski.
scalper.
No, I appreciate that about Nick though, because he buys them and he's going to build it.
Yeah, he
You
does
know.
not
Yeah.
just hang on to it.
He's,
True.
it's an investment, but he's going to enjoy it.
So I've heard of people, or I know someone that buys 2.
I've heard of people too.
Hey, let me finish.
Sorry.
2 video games whenever they come out, whatever video games, I don't know, but popular ones. Buys 2 copies, saves one, puts it like in the closet or whatever, and then plays the other one.
Oh,
which-
okay.
So that's like his investment. It's
So
not
he-
quite Legos, but
So he
it's same
plays it, but he
concept.
saves it.
Not a bad
Okay.
idea.
Yeah, that's not a terrible idea because there's definitely still some money in some classic gaming stuff too for like N64 especially. There's still a lot of because
Oh, yeah.
to your point, Dan, it's iconic. It's your childhood. There's a
Yeah.
emotional value attached to that. You
People
wanna
are
share with your
emotional
kids.
creatures. Like they're going to
Yeah.
spend money on stuff that doesn't make sense, but emotionally it does to them.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
Yeah.
there's collectability in everything. I mean, like with the video game stuff, you got,
Yeah.
I mean, original casing with the instruction manual, without the manual. I mean, they people
Yeah.
even get them graded and everything like that.
Oh,
Like
my
it's crazy. Like there's certain rarities, like different editions. So I get it, but it's actually kind of a dying art form anymore because everything's all digital download. So
Yeah.
anymore these days, you don't really get a case unless I think Nintendo Switch is like the only one I can think of off the top of my head that still you physically like get a case
Yes.
and everything like that. Everything else is all just download. You know, you used to have to wait in line for them.
Yeah.
you punch some little kid in the face to get Modern Warfare 2 at midnight. It's
Yeah,
like,
dude,
it's like
exactly.
if you've never experienced that, I feel bad for you. But yeah, even like PC
Yeah.
games, you had to go buy the code or whatever in the store. And
Yeah, that used
and
to be
all
like
that.
an event. Like I remember waiting outside for Star Wars Unleashed,
Force Unleashed.
Force Unleashed. I remember waiting outside and get that at midnight and being like over the moon excited for that game. That was a blast. That was an event, dude. You had to wait, and then you got it, and you were like. Then the worst part though is whenever they sold you the disc, but you still had to download the whole game. So like an internet at the time, at least for us, was like forever. So you'd get the game at midnight, you go home, put the disc in, and then you're like so excited to play it, and then it's like 2 hours later. You're like, dang it all. I missed the days when it was just like, no, the game was actually in the thing, like you're saying.
It was a complete game.
It was a complete game.
No, I had the same exact feeling with Skyrim too, because it's such a large game, and you buy it and you go home. And like you went to the midnight release, I got the game, which in my opinion is still the greatest video game ever. But
Skyrim,
but pretty
it's still
much
playable today. Like that's
it is. They've re-released it like 500 times, and I buy it every time. I'm a sucker. But
do you buy one copy to play and then put the other?
You should.
Pretty much. But yeah, they it's just like it took like so long. You're asleep with the control in your hand, waiting to play the game because it takes so long to download. But yes, how far technology has come.
It's crazy, man. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't love the digital stuff in some ways because if you like lose your account or something like that stuff's gone. You know, you got to rebuy all of it. I don't like that. And it doesn't always transfer over. Plus, I don't know. There's a lot of reasons.
You can take the disc over to your buddy's house. Like there's like hard copies like cash have their place in society. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. All digital means all control if you really think about it.
There's no control for the consumer.
All control for the overlords.
There you go.
That's right.
Speaking of overlords, let's jump into the next bit of news here. The next one we got, and this is kind of leaning into our Star Wars 2026. Is it our only hope for Star Wars? Hayden Christensen canceled a Comic-Con event because he was doing, it sounded like he was doing night shoots for Ahsoka Season 2. Have you guys been following the news with a lot of Ahsoka Season 2 stuff? There's been kind of sporadick things dropping here and here, here and there, neither here nor there. Here, everybody! Cheers to you. No, but it sounds like they are throwing a lot at Ahsoka Season 2, and that's why it got me thinking that, along with how much they've been releasing information about Ahsoka Season 2, The Mandalorian, and Grogu coming out next year. Plus, I heard some rumors, and I'll talk about it now. This is kind of going into the all of 2026. I've heard rumors, though, that the sales, the merchandising of Star Wars is hitting a point where major retailers won't actually give them the end aisles, the premium spots in the stores anymore because they're not selling enough copies. And apparently, this rumor suggests that the reason that Star Wars has stayed alive for this long through all of the L's has been the merchandising. Like the original trilogy, all that stuff has basically carried Disney Star Wars, carried Lucasfilm, carried Kathleen Kennedy through all of this. And then now they're actually finally hitting a point where those sales are dipping enough that they're saying that even this year, 2025, might not have the end cap premium sales display spots because of how bad their sales are. Now that's a rumor. I don't know exactly if that's the case. It would kind of make sense in some ways because even I I see certain Star Wars things, and I definitely still lean towards like original trilogy or something that looks really cool. But even I am not as like motivated to buy like Star Wars stuff right now. I'm just being honest. Like that's not something I'm like super excited about buying at the moment, but they could turn that around, and that's why we're looking at 2026. Now, with 2026 coming around, we have the Mandalorian movie coming out. We got Ahsoka Season 2 coming out. We also have Maul coming out, which I am very excited for, but they're leaning into these movies and big shows. What do you guys think?
What does that mean? He was filming night shoots. Is that the night sweats?
He's got the night sweats going on. He's got night terrors. Yeah. Maybe he's becoming a night terror.
Why is he having to film at nighttime? Like,
they might be trying to keep it secret.
Yeah, that's what it says. Unfortunately, Hayden. That's what they released here. Wow. Unfortunately, Hayden Christensen has nighttime film shoots over the weekend of our convention.
That's what the bizarre.
That's what they shared. So
that's kind of crazy.
The good thing here is it says he's known for his reliability in this industry and certainly someone who wouldn't cancel unless he had no other option. Sadly, this is the case in this instance, and he has sent his apologies to everyone, to you all. So that's crazy.
Interesting. Night Shooters won't be on a soundstage. Maybe we'll probably be seeing Sky Guy outside of the World Between Worlds.
Yeah. So there's a lot of rumor, and that's the crazy thing. They're going heavy. I do think they have been listening to the fan. I do think Dave Filoni, because they need a win. I think they are finally, even if you watched or were listening to the latest in Japan, Star Wars Celebration in Japan, one of the things they kept reiterating was the fans. Like, we wouldn't be here without the fans. They were really trying to butter us up in a lot of ways, because I think they know and they see the downward trend. And unfortunately, that's going to hit rock bottom at some point, and I think we're getting to that point. So they're trying to pull out all the stops here, because we hear, they're bringing Hayden Christensen back. I think he's going to have a more prominent role. I really think they're going to lean into, from all accounts, it sounds like they're really going into the Abeloth storyline and the father, the Mortis arc. And one of the biggest rumors is that Hayden Christensen is going to play the father now. Like, he actually has become the father, and that Ahsoka may become the daughter. And even there was even some rumors out there that Shin Hati might end up being taken over by Abeloth.
What? That would make sense, actually. Imbued.
Because they're technically, because where we left off was what's his name? Ray Stevenson. His character was
Shannon Baylan.
Baylan Skull. Thank you. Was looking for. He was tracking them down, and it was the father pointing in the distance, and you saw the light in the distance, which I do think might be Abeloth.
Wasn't that Mordor?
Mordor? Yeah, it was. Yeah, it definitely was. It was Lord of the Rings feeling. But it's interesting. Plus, there's been some stuff going online of Iman Esfandi. He's been doing some saber twirls online. Apparently, he's been working on his choreography for Ahsoka season 2.
So the Force isn't just his ally anymore?
Yeah, I guess not.
He actually wants to use his lightsaber?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Gosh.
Esfandi.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, seriously, because that was one of the biggest disappointments of Ahsoka season 2 for me. Other than
he just didn't get enough screen time or whatever. I don't know.
It was the way they handled him overall.
I didn't want more of that screen time, but he's fine.
He is a great actor. I think he's a great fit.
I don't know if he's a good actor. But what they gave him was kind of a
that was the problem. That was the problem. They gave him crap to do. They gave him nothing to chew on.
I mean,
they nerfed him.
Yeah, it was weird.
It was.
Don't keep that stupid helmet on when you show up back to home base. And make everybody nervous. Like, come on. Yeah. I mean, Ezra's goofy. Fine if he's doing
it. Like helmets.
If he's doing it to be goofy, that's okay, right? But it didn't feel goofy. It didn't feel like the Ezra we saw all those years in Rebels.
Well, nor should it.
Nor should it.
Nor should it feel the same as in but the way they played it was almost like he was similar.
I guess.
But not even and it was 10 years later. That's the thing. Hasn't he matured at all and gotten better at anything?
I don't think he did anything in the 10 years. I think he literally sat there with the turtles and just like you said with Count of Monte Cristo, I think he was naming all of the rocks on Peridia and every turtle. Yeah. It was the 10,000 hours, 12 hours a day. He was just going out naming blades of grass. Meanwhile, 10 feet away was Thrawn and all of this in Peridia that he could have probably figured out how to solve all of the world's problems, but he just decided to do nothing.
Right. Yeah.
He's maybe Sabine will come get me. But when she comes get me, I'm just going to give her a hug.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Let's not go into that. So hopefully,
go ahead.
So hopefully they're leaning into what we actually want to see in Ahsoka season 2. And that's why I really do think they're banking on this, because I think they're trying to set up a lot more with the Ahsoka season 2.
Yeah.
I think Mandalorian and Grogu, they're hoping is going to be a box office hit just from the name alone. And I think if they deliver a fun story, a compelling story, I do think it can do well. I don't think it's going to have the numbers that they're hoping for. Depends on how they market it. But I do think it'll do well. I'm just not over the moon excited about it for the fact of season 3. But what do you guys think about this? Do you think 2026 is possibly... I know, also the reason I said this is, Hunter, I know multiple times you have said that if The Mandalorian and Grogu is no good, you're out.
Is Nogu.
Is Nogu. Yeah, is Nogu.
Yeah.
That's its evil twin. What do you say to this? Do you think 2026 is the last hope for Star Wars at this point?
I mean, it is for me. You know, is that when Ahsoka season 2's set to come out as well?
Yes.
Or have they? Okay.
I
yeah.
believe so. Am I getting that right? Ahsoka season 2? Am I missing information on Target
I'll double
again?
check because we
Maul
also
Shadow Lord's coming out.
Matt corrected us or added that to the poll.
Yes.
That's also scheduled to come out in 2026.
Yeah, I did say Maul. I did say Maul for 2026.
Well, I missed it.
Okay.
So I'm correcting myself and it's fixed.
Thank you, fact checker.
But I'll check on Ahsoka.
You know, we're not going to blame everybody else for our mistakes. We own up to our mistakes.
That's right.
Yeah.
We
I think
blame
the
Star Wars,
CEO
the franchise.
Yeah.
It is expected to premiere Ahsoka season 2 in 2026.
Thank you.
So you're correct.
All right, good. Whew.
A few delays. We're getting behind schedule. We're
Yeah.
going to be there.
Yeah.
That's what I thought I heard. But
We're,
I mean,
we're
I don't
so
know.
behind. We're shooting at night. We're making Hayden come out of retirement and shoot at night.
Well, and that's the thing that
Yeah.
makes me think like they're pulling stuff like this to get what they need.
You know, where there's smoke, where there's smoke, there's fire. And I'm saying something's heating up with Ahsoka season 2. It just feels like this could be something that burns to the ground, Star Wars to the ground, or it could be something that lights a new fire. In this article, there's
or it
like,
could be straight mid.
or I don't think it's going to be. I don't think they know how to do mid anymore. It's either greatness or it's trashness. We got like World Between Worlds. We got. Look at this. Like,
There's so much going on in this second season. I don't even know how they're going to pack it all in there.
Admiral Akbar showing up, facing off with Grand Admiral Thrawn. That sounds kind of cool.
That sounds cool.
Battles across the galaxies.
Depends on how you do it.
Star Wars. Shin Hati's excited about getting more screen time and whatnot. But I don't know. There's a lot of potential. There was Padme. What's her name coming back?
Natalie Portman potentially playing
Hayden Christensen.
Abeloth.
Let's resurrect everybody else that we can. You're gonna get Obi-Wan season 2 and mixed in with this, and then we're gonna get Qui-Gon talking to us.
Yeah, live action Clone Wars is what they were talking about as well. Like they're gonna be going into more live action Clone Wars in Ahsoka season 2.
Luke is still alive at this point. He's still hanging out. Why don't we get young Luke showing up? Why not?
Yeah,
old Luke too.
Let's have Luke talk to Hayden.
Wow, there's a lot.
You can do anything.
You could.
You got World Between Worlds to mess with. You got the timeline of everything. The Mando guy could show up in it. Grogu could show up in it. You could tie it all. We already saw CG Luke. Nick's not going to be happy about it, but he could come back. Somehow Billy Muskiski returns.
Yeah, exactly. I like what Tamerkins is saying here, though, too. And honestly, I agree with Tamerkins. I am most excited for Maul because I feel like that has the greatest chance of everything that we've announced to actually be great in Star Wars. It's a lot less pressure, I think, too. And animation, just generally speaking, animation and Star Wars has been more consistently good than live action for Disney Star Wars.
And hopefully it'll be more than just like 12 episodes.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll be closer to what Clone Wars seasons would be.
Yeah.
That'd be
Rebel
interesting.
seasons.
That would be fantastic. I hope they have a larger overarching story. But if you get Sammy Witt in there, I know it's going to be good. And even just his performance, even if the story sucks, his performance as Maul, I'm still going to enjoy it.
It's got to be better than the little girl animated one. What was that one?
Oh, yeah, Bad Batch.
It's got to be better than that. It's hard to reach Clone
That's
Wars
a great
status,
point.
but the last time we saw Maul was Clone Wars, so I expect Clone Wars quality.
If they put a little girl in this show, Maul, if they somehow, some way do another child with Maul or something like that.
Yeah, it just feels like
Dark Side Omega.
Oh my gosh.
We have Star Wars on the big screen in 2026. We've got it on the small screen in 2026 live action. And then we've got animation. You got all three. We've been missing over the last several years is the big screen.
Yeah.
We got way too much small screen.
Yep.
We've got way too much animation that was kind of B animation. Maybe there was some decent stuff in there, but not very much. And then now we got it all. So you got the three-headed monster returning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, I'm most excited for Mando and Grogu because my chips are all in on this movie. As I've already stated before. I'm all in here. Speaking of that, shout out to my poker tournament. But anyway, I'm all in on this movie. And I think with it being on the big screen, there's also been like no rumors of Katie Sackhoff, which I love her, but no rumors of her being there. So maybe it can be more focused on Mando this time and the actual story, on top of them having to deal with a movie that's probably an hour and a half, 2 hours long. So that doesn't give them much room to add in a bunch of bullcrap. The animated shows have done nothing but flop, like one after one after one after one. I mean, whether it's the Bad Batch or Tales of the whatever insert, they've all been
Tales of the
Tales. They've all been kind of, thumbs down.
Other than Tales of the Jedi. Tales of the Jedi was good. I do.
Yeah,
that. And
Tales
the Lego
Jedi was good.
The Lego Star
And
Rebuild the Galaxy. Sorry.
I don't need to get into Ahsoka season 2 to to dissect that, as I have multiple times. But that's the one I'm most excited for. Like I said, all my chips are in on that one. So I think Maul has the potential of being fantastic, but I'm probably the most scared for that show, just because they just have dropped the ball so many times on the animation stuff. So I'm starting to question Filoni's animation decision making, if that makes sense.
No, I don't think he's doing much with Maul. Actually, I think it's with this other
someone else doing it.
Yeah, it's somebody else doing it. He's overseeing it, obviously, because he's the head creative now at Lucasfilm, but he's overseeing it. But I think all his eggs, I think everything that's happening right now is he's all in on Ahsoka season 2. I think that's he's solely focused on. And the reason I have the most hope for Maul is also just because I think that Sam Witwer, I don't think he would necessarily do the project if he didn't feel like it was the canon, because he's a big canon guy. Like, he does not like canon to be messed up. And I think if he's in on this, but I mean, it's a paycheck at the end of the day too. So
yeah, exactly.
But he's not going to put his name on it.
I don't think he would.
And his reputation of being the uber nerd, like you said, detail guy, he's not going to stake it, even if they're giving him $10 million because he's going to spend 12 hours a day on it. He's gonna put his rep on the line, and he's going to make it right. Yeah. That's the only reason I have hope.
That being said, then my excitedness for Maul does go up. I thought Filoni was, like I said, I've been kind of out of the loop. I thought he was doing the whole thing, so I'm just...
It might be story treatments in some ways from Filoni, so you might not be wrong. Yeah. And he's definitely overseeing at least the creative and probably helping, but not the lead on it.
Is Favreau directing the movie, Mando Grogu? Favreau directing
Favreau directed the movie, but from what I've heard, Filoni has like the final cut or something like that. I don't know. It's a gray area there between.
Well, that's complicated.
Favreau and I.
Favreau can direct a movie though.
Yes, but my feeling is that I think Favreau got burned too many times, and I think he's kind of checked out and is doing this movie just as like a send off. Like,
just to do it.
Here's this is what I'm good at. I did the shows for you guys. I had success. I planned out a whole universe for you guys that you shut down and screwed me over on. Like, why am I going to keep working in this toxic relationship?
Unless it makes $1 billion.
Unless it makes $1 billion, yeah. But I do think that he's gonna. It's gonna be a well put together movie if he is the one who's fully directing it and having Dave Filoni just helping with the lore at this point.
Any creative project, as we found out with Andor, you got to have one human that's spearheading and staying up more than 12 hours thinking about this thing.
Right.
And that they have the creative vision and control over the thing to be able to make these decisions and not be hamstrung. Because when you're sitting there spending 16 hours a day, 14 hours a day, obsessing over something that you want to be excellent, and then you have some head at Lucasfilm that's not really paying attention, looking at what you're doing and like, I don't really like that. They have the control and the power, like maybe if it's Filoni or not, I don't know, telling you no.
Right.
This is where things go wrong, because now like, wait, so then they start to second guess, is this the right idea? So that's why I put more faith in Maul, because you've got someone like Witwer who's going to dive in. You had somebody like Tony Gilroy and his team that just dove in, and they were given the creative control. You know what I mean? So I think I have most hope in Maul being quite excellent. But if Favreau is allowed to do his thing, it could be a lot of fun, because just the fact that it's back in the theater, as long as the marketing isn't atrocious, if they lean into the nostalgia of like Mando season 1 and they lean into the, cuteness that was Grogu initially, not overcook him.
Yeah.
And Favreau's allowed to make an Iron Man fun adventure with Mando and maybe a couple of other things. Just not too complicated, but that's gonna get people excited.
Yeah.
Because it's on the big screen.
Yeah, and that's the biggest.
This is the first movie that a lot of kids that were born in the last 7 years, because in 2019 they'll be 7 now.
Yeah.
They'll be the first Star Wars movie they'll ever be able to see in the theater.
The new ones, yeah.
Of the new movies.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So a 7-year-old, or maybe the other kids that were born in 2015, they were too young to go watch Rise of Skywalker. They were 4. You're not going to take your 4-year-old to see Rise. Maybe you will.
I might.
But not that movie. That movie wasn't good.
Not Rise of Skywalker. Sorry. No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Because if the parents can get their kids out to watch Mando and Grogu, now you got $1 billion movie on your hands.
Yeah.
Mark my words.
Well,
today.
Yeah, and no, that's a great point.
It's the kids.
Just
the kids.
Just the fact that it's in theaters, you automatically have a level up when it comes to just the public, the general public.
Right.
Yeah.
That's you already got a leg up. Mando and Grogu is already a pretty popular series, probably one of the most popular ones that Disney Star Wars has done, that launched Disney Plus, for goodness sakes. Even with the miss of season 3, a lot of people that probably didn't care to watch season 2, season 3, or whatever, the casual fans, they're going to remember the name, and they're going to remember that, oh yeah, that was fun, I'll go see that in theaters. And as long as they don't have a huge controversy with the movie or lore breaking thing in it that makes fans upset, they have to stay away from the controversy, basically, is what they need to do. But if they stay away from the controversy, and if they deliver a story, if Favreau delivers a story that is entertaining, like as long as it's fun and inspiring and it makes us get the feels of Star Wars again and a new adventure, I think you're right, Dan. I think it could possibly, I don't think it's going to crack $1 billion. I just don't see it cracking $1 billion. They'd have to market the heck out of it, and it would have to be like for me, it would have to be like a Dark Knight movie or like a Lord of the Rings. I think what could happen, though, is this could be so popular in the theaters that money talks.
Yeah.
And if it does well, I think Favreau could come back. And that might be the proof in the pudding to be like, yo, you guys should have listened to me a long time ago.
Right.
Let me run with my ideas, and I will bring you the Star Wars cinematic universe that you've been looking for.
Right.
So I agree with you there, Dan.
It's such a weird place. It's just such a weird place with these characters on the small screen. We're not going to give you a season 4. Like, we're going to give you a movie now after 3 seasons.
Yeah.
But the 3rd season was a downgrade. So it's just it's such a weird place. Like,
it is.
Only Star Wars could do this to himself. Like, even George Lucas, when he made Star Wars, he's like,
You're right.
This is going to be terrible. And it made a ton of money. It changed the whole movie universe. And then he's like, I'll do The Empire Strikes Back. All right, I got a couple of stories. This is fine. It blows up even more.
Yeah.
But he didn't direct it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then he does Return of the Jedi, and some people don't like it as much. But it was a nice end of the trilogy, and it wrapped things up. And then it went dormant. And then everybody just had imagination for 20 years, and then I don't know. And then the prequels come out, and he like changes all of the originals in that time frame, and kind of like steps on his own feet. Just bizarre. And then I don't know. So Star Wars has a weird track record of like nobody knows what's going to happen here with this thing. And if all we know is that we've been desensitized with marketing for films and trash over the last 4 years, and like everything's AI feeling in the trailers, and it just regurgitated.
Even the Mandalorian Grogu image they put out looked horribly AI.
Yeah, it's just like there's no actual humans behind these creative projects anymore, it feels like. But when you find one like Tony Gilroy or these other things where you can like, oh wow, I want to go live in that world in Andor because that looks amazing, and if I want to own that prop, and I want to meet Cyril. Like if you can find that 3D where it like they come out of the screen, and you're like, oh my goodness, that's cool. Like Mando originally,
Right.
Now, but I've seen the guy that plays Mando. We
were talking about Pedro. Yeah.
Everywhere. He's like everywhere now.
Yeah.
I mean, every single poster of everything. He's everywhere. So
I don't think he's helped. I don't think he's helped the brand. That's
right. Is that going to
problem.
hurt or help him coming into the Mandalorian? Now, of course, he's a movie star, so it might help, like in the general audiences. Seeing him in Fantastic Four, seeing him in other things.
Everything.
But are we going to even see his face? Is it just a helmet man?
I think he's
sure.
No, he's not gonna. He's not gonna do a whole movie without. That's just too PR wise, plus financially, all that stuff. Like
okay.
Just his face being on the big screen, he's gonna do it. I think. But yeah, no, those are all great points, Dan. Everybody's had some great points, and we do have to thank you, Matt. He said the Clone Wars season 6 and 7 writer Matt Michnovitz is writing Maul. So if you remember Star Wars,
okay.
So Clone Wars season 6 and 7, probably top tier, Star Wars in some ways. Like you could argue that that's top tier Star Wars. It's kind of that gets me more excited. Another reason I remember us talking about that before. I forgot about that. Thank you, Matt.
I didn't know that. That definitely tips it towards the Maul favor for sure because I had no clue who was writing it.
Yeah, and the only other thing about the Mandalorian Grogu movie is I just hope it's not been done by a committee, the Lucasfilm committee and writer group. How many hands are in this pie? That's also the bigger thing.
Too many fingers in the pudding.
I haven't heard reshoots. You haven't heard the horror stories.
You haven't heard much.
It was filmed in maybe it was all filmed. Maybe this is their thing. Maybe they film it all at night now. It was like we're gonna make every actor
cover of
be
darkness.
tortured. Yeah, because we're so secretive. Like, I'm kind of sick of the over secret stuff. Like, I want there to be surprises, but like, what are you gonna give us? Like, it's weird, You want to hype people up, but
Dan's locked in.
What's that?
Dan's locked in. He wants to know what's going on.
I know.
What's this nighttime night sweats? I mean, this is weird. You guys are weird. What are you doing? I hope you're paying him a lot of money.
Sleeping.
Yeah, like
wow.
Yeah.
You only have so many hours. You got 12 hours a day, and then you got your gaming you got to do. It's like
the 12 hours game. Yeah.
Well, the next SAG protest happens. Dan will be outside at 2:00 in the morning with his picket fence.
That's right.
No more filming at night.
No more filming.
I need to see what you're doing. Dan's like with the binoculars.
Yeah.
What is happening?
I mean, to give up your nighttime, even it's like, what is the day not good enough for you?
He's gonna come out in a SEAL Team 6 nighttime raid suit. He's got the knocks on like the kid from Jurassic Park. He's locked in.
It's probably like certain wedding venues. Like if you book them on like Wednesday, you get a discount. It's probably like we're gonna get.
That's what Star Wars has been reduced to. The discount studio time.
Discount wedding venues. They're going to the discount wedding venues on Wednesday night. They get it 75% off, and they can film. They can even afford to pay Hayden to come. I guess I don't know.
Yeah,
my goodness.
Nobody gets married on a Wednesday night on August 17th. That's exactly you're exactly right. Nobody gets married. It's always Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah,
unless it's like January 1st, Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Really special days. So it brings us. That's a perfect segue. Brings us back to
the wedding bells.
Wedding bells. The question. We're gonna wrap it up here. The question is, and I'll pose it to all of you on the panel tonight, and all of you guys in the chat, you gonkers. Is 2026 the last hope for Star Wars? What do you guys think? We'll start with Dan. You have a lot of thoughts on this. What do you think 2026 is going to make or break Star Wars moving forward?
No.
Okay.
I don't think it is. I think Star Wars can't be killed until everybody that saw the originals is off of this earth.
Wow.
It will be alive. It will be alive and kicking until it has to be completely forgotten to time, and then maybe it will be dead. But this won't kill it. No matter how bad they destroy it, it'll always live in our hearts.
Maybe I should have clarified. I'm sorry, Disney Star Wars. Do you think this might be the because we were already talking about Netflix buying it, and I feel like certain
well, that's a different question.
Companies and things are circling. They're like vultures are circling. Like, all right, Disney. Lucasfilm's crashing and burning. You guys are losing money on this deal. We'll buy it from you.
Yeah,
it's that vulture from Ice Age 2 who's just waiting.
Yes.
Exactly.
No, where there is this
exactly
is
what he's doing.
That's a great movie.
Yeah,
that's a good reference.
Movie. Yeah. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And there's been problems at Disney Lucasfilm for a long time.
Yeah.
They ain't getting the end cap no more to sell their toys.
Right.
Nobody wants to watch their shows on their little streaming platform. That's a joke. Money talks. Everybody, all these giant corporations are selling off and merging, and nobody has $10 because they made all these stupid decisions. I mean, since 2020 specifically, it like heightened all of the idiocy. And so like all of these people are now having to pay the price because they had so much money. The only corporation that will last forever is Nintendo. But everybody else has got to pay.
Even with their bad decisions.
Yeah,
too.
everybody else has to pay the piper.
It's like,
and Disney, Star Wars will pay the piper. And at some point,
yeah,
2030, 2040, it won't be under Disney anymore. That's my theory.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. Fact checker, what about you? Let's get your thoughts.
Say the question again so I get the wording right.
Is Star Wars 2026 the last hope? Is it our only hope
for Lucasfilm?
Disney Star Wars.
Disney Star Wars. Yeah. I mean, I'll stick with no because I'll always hold out hope that that there can be something more coming.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't know Andor was going to be this good, so we didn't know 2025 was going to be so huge.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, huge. But the weird thing is like, for how good Andor was and is
to come
potentially. Well, I just don't feel like it still really broke into the public eye as much. Like I hate to say that, but I just don't feel like it broke into the public as much as I think it should. Like casual fans should have watched
casual
more.
Fans aren't mostly smart enough to watch Andor.
Wow,
Just
shots fired.
It did break into the like arguably snooty but upper echelon of filmmaking.
Right.
And that put
for all the Emmys
accolades into Star Wars / Disney / whatever's camp for the first time since they owned the thing. You know what I mean? It's not a joke anymore. They kind of like made some inroads. But most of the people, you're right, didn't watch it because it's just not the same. It's different, you know?
Yeah, right. And I think that's a shame. I'm not saying that I think that's a shame that people haven't. I'm trying to compare it to even like The Mandalorian Grogu. Whenever that came out, the first season, like people talked about that didn't even know what that was, like what Grogu was. Like people don't even know that Grogu is from Star Wars, and people were buying it because it was just the hot ticket item, and it had that thing. They were talking about that more than they were talking about the last film. Yeah, like it overshadowed
because they gave us
Rise of Skywalker,
a Darth Vader-esque surprise with a cute little character wrapped around it.
Right.
Like, how do you deliver that?
That was
so
genius.
tough. Yeah. This is what I'm saying. What are they doing? They're filming at night again.
Also, I heard rumor that
something's happening.
I heard rumor that because they did it as a surprise and they delayed the release or the production of the figures for Grogu, that they might have missed out on like $2.2 million worth of merchandising because they made that decision. But I say good on them for making that decision. I actually liked that surprise. I liked that we had the surprise. That made it so much more impactful.
Because isn't it usually the toys that give away the secrets?
It usually is, and that's why they specifically asked for that stuff not to be put out. Favreau, that was a Favreau and I think Filoni, but Favreau decision, which was a great decision.
Yeah.
Did you have something else, fact checker?
Well, just basically that my answer is that I'll hold out hope. So
yeah, that's good. There's always hope, right? There's always hope in Star Wars.
You're such a Star Wars person.
Right.
Quoting A New Hope.
All right, Hunter. Bring down the house, dude. What's your thoughts? 2026 Star Wars. Is it the end or is it the last hope for Disney Star Wars?
So for 2026 Star Wars, probably not for the masses, but for the guy with long hair and glasses, most likely.
Oh man,
no, most likely. I don't know. We'll see.
What level does that movie have to hit?
I'd say it has to hit probably 8 out of 10 for me for it to be a home run.
For you not to walk away.
Yeah, pretty much.
What's the last movie you saw that hit 8 out of 10?
Yeah, that's a good question.
We need a baseline.
Just in general?
Yeah.
Or just any movie that was an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, what's the last 8 out of 10? Like, how long has it been since 8 out of 10 has crossed your lips? Well, you just said it a second ago.
Movie-wise?
After watching a movie.
Movie-wise? I got to think here. Probably The Batman when it came out. It's probably like the last movie I really, really enjoyed.
with
the vampire.
With Pattinson, yeah.
Pattinson? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That was good. I dig it.
Yeah.
It did take you a while to think
quite
of
a bit.
But it took
that
was
did.
2020.
Twisters was pretty good too. I liked that one quite a bit.
All right.
I wouldn't say it was 8 out of 10, but it was up there for sure.
The Dodge Ram, did that bring it closer to 10 or did that take it farther than 10?
The Dodge Ram.
Took it farther from 10.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Wait, you Ford or Chevy?
We were making fun of it the whole time.
GMC, yeah, Chevy.
GMC, yeah, Chevy. Okay, I thought so. Man, I've been looking at those square bodies lately.
Twerkin said,
oh, they're nice.
Oh, they're so cool. Sorry, go ahead, fact checker.
Twerkin said Return of the King is the only right answer.
Dude,
Return of the King is a 10 out of 10.
That's a 10. Yeah, that's like an 11 out of 10.
11 out of 10.
Yeah, I seen that in theaters too when it came out.
I say Return of the King is 10 out of 10. I almost argue that Two Towers is 11 out of 10.
Ooh. Wow. It's The Empire Strikes Back.
I'm honestly like I look forward to the second one so much because like Helm's Deep, that is near perfection. I mean, there's so many quotable lines in that movie. It's just epic. Anyway, we're getting off topic.
What a battle.
We do need to finish this up because you know what? We're excited for our after stream too, where we are going to be playing. What is it, fact checker?
Real or cake?
We're going to be playing Real or Cake for the members only stream. We're teasing it here right now. It's going to be a blast. So if you're not a member, definitely join up right meow. And we're going to have a good time over there. And you can guess along with us. It's going to be a good time. We're going to get it wrong at least maybe once.
I think more than once. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Anything else, Hunter? Sorry, I didn't want to cut you off there. If you had any other thoughts on 2026. So 8 and above. Would Maul and or Ahsoka season 2, if they pop off, even with Mando and Grogu being, let's say, a 6 out of 10, would you still walk away?
Probably not. If Ahsoka 2 could redeem itself, there's some things in the pudding there that tells me that it could be a lot better than I think it will be. And then obviously with the new news that I have about Maul, I'm actually probably more excited for that now.
Yes.
I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say it would make me walk away forever. If all 3 bomb, or at least 2 of the 3 bomb, then I don't know. I don't really know. I'll only know. It depends on how bad they bomb. You never know. It could be a total dumpster fire, or it could be, we're taking out the trash. It's you never really, you never really know until you get there. So I don't know. The Mando one has a lot more weight for me just because I really liked season 1 and 2 and quite a bit, and you don't want to bomb a movie at the theaters because no one likes paying to see a movie. That sucks.
Yeah. But we're all going to go see it.
More.
We're all going to go see it. They already have our money.
We're going to see it together.
Yes.
We should see it together.
They've already got the tickets basically sold for anybody that's into it. Everyone's going to be there for sure.
Yeah.
So I think they know that. And Dan's theory about them attracting, kids, getting there, that's also very, very good point. So even if the movie does bomb, I think box office wise, it'll do probably pretty well.
Yeah. So. Oh, that's a great point. Great points, man. Yeah, no, I agree with you. For me, though, when it comes to 2026 Star Wars, like the fact checker said, we never lose hope with Star Wars. I think, like to Dan's point, Star Wars will live on forever. Now, when it comes to Disney Star Wars, I do think if they bomb, if like 100 said 2 out of the 3 bomb, I think you're looking at a potential buyout by another company. Wow, I think I really do, because if that means their merchandising sales are just going to go down, that means people are going to be even less excited for more Star Wars content. And we're already at a point where it's a little rough at the moment, to the point where Andor was so good that and it still didn't get as much out there as it needed to, or it should have anyway. That's kind of a sign of the times.
Skeleton Crew.
Yeah, Skeleton Crew too. That was a great one. And
I mean, Obi-Wan season 2 would be good.
Fact checker, don't gaslight me right now, okay?
Don't lit with gas.
Yeah, I already did.
Oh my goodness, that's not coming in 2026 though. As far as we know, that's not 2026. So I do think I think most everything is. Oh no. If the it basically comes down to really the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. I think if you fail at that, you're looking at some real tough times, and I think a potential buyout.
They gotta know that. Opinion. They gotta know that.
That's
probably where they spent $17. They got discount wedding venue. Wednesday night. They shot it in 7 minutes. Favreau wrote the script, on a wink and a prayer.
Oh, man.
And you know what I'm saying?
I hope not.
I'm just saying, like, they spent as little as they possibly could on this thing to, you know what I'm saying, to say that they've made as much money as possible. And then
and then it's a win.
And then it can be a financial win so that they don't have to sell.
I just don't know financially how they are for how many people and actors and everything they're getting into this movie. Like, I just keep hearing more and more joining up.
You think Pedro's... They probably negotiated it way long ago.
Oh, yeah. Pedro's getting big bucks.
But he's probably renegotiating this movie.
Yeah, he definitely did for how big he is now. Well, and how big he is now compared to when he started.
Exactly.
The first 2 seasons. Plus, I've heard rumor that Anya Taylor-Joy might be joining as a live-action Asajj.
That's cool.
I've heard that the guy who played, was it Wyatt Russell? The guy who played Knockoff, Not My Captain America. Ben Captain America, that he might be joining as a role. I keep hearing rumors of all these people joining Ahsoka season 2. Like, Obi-Wan's coming back. We're getting live action. We got the same chick who played the young Ahsoka.
Something's cooking.
It's like, I feel like I don't know how they're going to save any money on this, is what I'm saying.
They're going to announce
they're throwing
that it's
everything at Ahsoka season 2. And that's what makes me somewhat nervous about Mandalorian and Grogu, because we're not hearing jack diddly about Mandalorian and Grogu, but we're hearing all this rumor. I know it's because they're filming and they're doing stuff right now for Ahsoka season 2, but they still got to be working on Mandalorian and Grogu at this point. I doubt they're self-filming, right? I don't know if
they're filming at night.
At night.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm telling you.
Washing the dishes at night.
What if they're like, actually, Ahsoka season 2 is a trilogy? And they make it a movie, and they connect everybody. Well, there'd be some kind of music with it.
Oh yeah, right.
But
the fanfare.
I think so.
They finished
filming for Mandalorian and Grogu. They might have some reshoots at some point, but it's coming out next year, so they're working on all the special effects right now. I mean, they have to with Zeb being in it, and man, he looked good.
Yeah,
Zeb looks good, dude.
Yeah,
glad they're bringing him back.
It kind of gives me hope. I will say, when I go to see it, my sword will be held at their throat the whole time until the movie's over. And, it's either going to get sliced or it's going to get walked away. So, we'll see.
Wow.
We need to book Hunter for the week after he sees the movie now to get his hot takes.
Yes, we do.
Say goodbye.
Or we need to go see it with him.
This is the first movie that's new. I know Dustin, you and Nick and Fact Checker have gone to see the re-releases.
Right.
But this is the first new movie since we've been stay on target to go see. Actually, Rise of Skywalker did come out when we started this little thing.
Yep.
Right when Mando started.
Yeah, it was
but
early.
We kind of like even then we were like, we don't really want to talk about this. 2019.
Yeah.
75 years ago, you little kids. And now 2026 is coming, and now we're like going back. Back to the theater to watch a thing, and we got to figure out what we're doing here. We're gonna live stream or like at the theater.
Dan Van comes back.
Dan Van, oh my goodness.
We're gonna have a whole hullabaloo, like something.
Okay.
Gotta do behind the scenes or something.
These are great thoughts. Maybe we will be the last hope for Star Wars in 2026. Disney Star Wars.
Stay on target saves the Mando Grogu movie.
Yeah. We single-handedly save it.
I'm just saying they're gonna want us on their media team, like promoting this thing.
Sure.
That would be awesome.
Give us some media passes.
It's Disney though.
We're gonna fly Dustin out to the red carpet.
Dude, okay. Now you get me excited.
He's a shill.
No, I'm still gonna speak the truth, or I'll say it in the nicest way possible. But I'm gonna be like,
he's a plant.
This is interesting. You guys will know. You'll see the pain in my face if I'm like sign NDAs and all this stuff, and I'm like, the movie was. That would be so tough. Oh man.
Yeah. They'll run a background check on me and be like, not this guy.
They wouldn't. That's why they wouldn't hire me. There's no way. Exactly. They'd be like, this dude. No, for all I've said
that's
about
like if I blink 3 times, it means everything that I said is a lie.
Yeah, they forced me to say these things.
Oh
my goodness. That's all right. Funny. Well, I think on that bombshell, we need to get the gonk on out of here because we got to get to Cake or Fake, people. Cake or Fake in the stream afterwards. So definitely become a member. It's less than a candy bar a month. We'd love to see you over there.
Less than a slice of cake.
And they do. They help support getting Dustin to the Hollywood.
Yeah, to the Hollywood.
It's not Hollywood. It's the Hollywood. It's like a thing you can visit like locally here. It's called the Hollywood. It's actually like an outhouse. The Hollywood. It's like a tree.
Yeah. On Hoth, there's only one tree, and it's the Hollywood.
It's Hollywood. Yes.
It helps me get there.
Not the 100-acre wood. It's the Hollywood. And we send Dustin there. So every
Yes.
$2 you give us,
Oh my
gets him
goodness.
one step closer.
You know what would be super fun though is if we could do. We'll talk about it later. I'm not gonna. Why we keep doing this? All right, we got to get out of here.
But
Hunter.
did you see what Matt said?
No, what did he say?
It's an older code, sir, but it checks out. I was about to clear them.
Admiral
Piet.
Oh man, Matt coming in with the hot takes and the facts.
The good lines.
The good lines, man.
That's
You're
good.
killing it.
And Carla joined. She said, "I'm late to the party.
Oh,
but
what's
glad
up,
to hear
Carla?
all your thoughts."
Thanks for jumping
Hey.
in. Thank you so
You're
much.
never late. You're always on.
A wizard is always on time.
Yes, exactly.
That's what you were thinking, wasn't it?
I don't know the line, but that's what I was thinking.
I love that line. I use that because I'm late a lot. But Hunter, thank you so much for coming on the show tonight, giving us your hot takes, and now we know where the bar is set for Hunter to walk away potentially from Disney Star Wars. If the Mando and Grogu is less than an 8 on the Hunter Davidson Richter scale, he's out. He's dipping. But thanks for coming on, man. Did you have a good time? Thanks for joining.
I did. I'm gonna hit Cal with the milk. I ain't coming back. So Trucker Cal.
Yeah, that is a deep cut. Speaking
That's
of
a
fun
deep cut.
games, that was fun.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I appreciate being on. It's always fun to yap about things I don't know about. It's my specialty.
Yeah, dude. No,
Like Sith Lords.
Your Sith Lords. Well, you brought the rock and roll as well tonight too, and
That's right.
to the legend Ozzy himself. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man, it's been fun. It's been fun getting your take, and I can't wait to fake or cake with you right after this. Wow, that sounds so less manly.
That's why I call it
like,
real or cake.
oh, you said real or cake? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I'm saying it wrong.
Try not to steal other people's
Oh,
titles.
is that the title? Oh, sorry.
No, I'm just kidding.
Whatever.
They're all the titles. Doesn't
Okay,
matter.
gotcha. But
Well, I think we got 2026 figured out.
We got it.
Nobody else does.
nobody else does. When this is only, we're in July.
Yeah, we're way early.
We still got 6 months.
Share this with your
That's
friends because we're so far ahead of the 8 ball.
This is the Nostradamus prediction, so
That's
just be
right.
ready.
We put it out there way in advance.
Wait, what's
That's
the
right.
prediction though? That it's, what is our actual prediction?
Well, whatever we said tonight is gonna happen. Like
I'm
somebody,
trying to remember.
there's got to be an AI recap of this stupid thing.
Yeah.
Did you see
Wait,
that?
we-
Did you see that screen that we were on when I was looking at this thing? Generate key takeaways.
Oh my
all
gosh.
right.
Yeah,
You know what I wanted
AI's
to do?
taking over, man.
I want to delete all these ads on this page because I'm getting so, you know what I'm saying?
like
on
the
these
AI
little,
ads.
no, on these little hack things. See all these things on the side?
Yeah.
They're taking over.
Like if you're gonna, so that somebody will generate takeaways from this and we'll be right.
Yeah.
Well, I
we'll be
think
right.
the takeaway, we
Yeah.
all kind of agreed on that there's still hope beyond 2026.
There's
So,
hope for Star Wars.
Yeah.
Disney Star Wars might be another question.
Yeah, to be determined, but for the most part, we're
TBD.
leaning towards being hopeful.
Dan's hot take was it'll crack $1 billion. I think that's the Mando and
Okay, that's a
Grogu.
good
I said that last year, 2024.
Wow. Okay, so we got to go back even further. in
Wow.
the-
So you're still saying? Are you still standing behind that Mandalorian Grogu is going to crack $1 billion?
Yes, and I should come up with a punishment if it doesn't.
yeah, shave your head.
I have to do something. We'll think of something.
He has to watch.
You will have
Goonies
to
on
agree
repeat
with
for
people.
12 hours.
On repeat for
Agreed with
12
people.
hours. Ooh, 12 hours a day for a year, and you get to me 10 million?
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna
All
do
right.
that.
Any last thoughts before we get out of here? We got to go, guys. We got
that's
we got
it. Cake
cakes.
is waiting for us.
It is.
It's
Bismo
waiting.
said it's over, Anakin.
I have
So
the high
we're
ground.
Anakin. Yeah, Bismo. Where's your hope?
It might be. I don't know. Yeah, hot takes here. Let us know. You guys know. Gonkers, you guys have all the facts. We want to hear from you. If you've made it to this point in the video and watching it back later, thank you. And let us know in the chat that you're here. And let us know if you think 2026 Star Wars is going to be a banger or if it's going to go out like a whimpering loser. You never know. Or a tauntaun dying in the snow.
Yeah, insert Star Wars reference.
Yeah, thank you.
AI.
Exactly.
AI.
AI's going to correct that
Generate
for me.
takeaways. It's an older code, sir, but it checks out.
It checks out. All
That
right,
was
guys.
Jared Gerard.
All right, guys. Let us know. We love talking with you. Just remember, we'll be back next week. Same time, same place. Covering all the Star Wars news and talking all things Star Wars and not Star Wars sometimes. Thanks for being here tonight with us. Just remember, with all of us together, we can make Star Wars drum sets.
Butter.
Better.
Butter. Nice. You guys said it at the same time. That was good.
I said better.
Yeah.
You said butter.
All right. Speaking of butter, let's get to cake. All right, guys. Have a good night. We'll catch you next time.
Rock
Don't
on.
forget to always stay on target. Hunter, how do you think? You think a tauntaun dog would be good?
Anything would be good over an open fire when you're in the middle of a Hoth.
Yeah, dude, man. Now I kind of want to come up with a tauntaun dog.
What does it taste
With
like?
mustard?
Does it have to smell bad though?
Oof.
Probably. It probably tastes like pig intestine. I ain't gonna lie.
Probably
Yeah.
smells like fish too.
Throw some like
Some barbecue sauce.
some barbecue sauce. Do it.
Yeah, some barbecue.
Barbecue.
It's not fried enough over here.
We're the best. We're the best. Tauntaun dog.
The best.
Deliver us in the world.
Tauntaun dogs.
Ah!